just, I hooked up with this Karen Watterson. I don't know her very well, but she seems like such a nice lady. And she's one of these people that like, was kind of like, she was doing her thing and she just seemed like she needed a little help, a little motivation, but she's got some really great things to say and stuff that she does. And I've really enjoyed chatting with her. So I've invited her to do another one of these things where we do crocheting and talking. And there's a lot of people out there who like to do crafts. And so I'm going to open that up to anyone who wants to just have a chin wag and do a little tea and crochet and old lady stuff. No, it's just craft. Craft is, to me, there's no difference between craft and art, honestly. I like to do a whole lot of everything.
Same side of the brain.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know what the difference is. This is my opinion only. But I think that the reason why they call some stuff craft and some stuff art is that craft is primarily women's stuff, like sewing and embroidery and weaving and all that. It's usually women that do those kind of things, traditional arts, all of that. So yeah. So I like celebrating anybody who wants to create and make things and why they do it. I mean, why not? And so I think there's an interest in people wanting to do that, to get together, to chat, to create.
Yeah.
Why not?
Look who joined us.
Yeah. So,
hey.
Speaking of people that
it's becoming quite a party.
I'm just trying to catch up with the comments. I'm just replying in the comments.
Yuke's question. I haven't seen anybody cash out. Rev, have you cashed out your coins yet? Have you hit the 200 mark yet?
Ever, you mean?
Well, yeah. That's
To answer Yuke's comment, ever, nope, not yet. I haven't. No.
Well, first of all, who's ever watching this, let's fix that. My goodness. Get all these people to $200 for goodness sakes. Did you guys have a question about it or?
No, you could just asked if we knew anybody that has cashed out yet. And so I thought that you had, because I know that you've done several giving back moments there. So,
oh yeah, I cash out as soon as I can because I share that out. And then thank goodness.
Wow.
I had enough cash to buy a bunch of coins over the weekend. And then I actually cashed out on Monday, I think. So.
Oh, nice.
Because they had the sale, although Pablo said it's not a sale, but it's a sale.
Flash sale.
Oh, Rev, you missed the beautiful rendition of the Yellow Submarine by
God, we stop telling everybody about this because they're going to watch the replay.
Helen
did.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm going to watch the replay.
Can
we watch it now?
Pablo dropped the request a song reward, so
Pablo dropped the request a song reward. So of course he got to request the song, and then of course I started singing it, and then couldn't remember if I was singing it properly or not, so I had to start again.
In the land. No, I'm not even going to try that one.
You know how as soon as your brain starts to think, you doubt yourself. When you're on autopilot, you're fine, and then as soon as you think, actually, hang on a second, is that how it goes? I had to go listen to it and then start again. And I was right the first time.
Here,
hold on. I'm going to hand you my autopilot thing. Just smoke that.
Just take a little puff.
Take a toke right there, and you go right on autopilot. Hey, Phil, August, PK Bublet says, Rev, why are you giving your mic away and need a lawyer? I came in late to the broadcast. Yeah, so I've got this.
Wait. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Rev's here. I need to go take a bio break. I'll be right back.
See you in an hour. Do your dishes.
Hilarious.
That was a burn. Oh, she's been waiting for that, hasn't she? I did that to Badges one day. I'm like, I got to take a bio break, and 7 hours later, I'm like, hey, what's going on, Badges? I'm giving the mic away because if anybody knows a lawyer or they are a lawyer and they can tell me how to legally, safely, fairly, and honorably give away that microphone and get me more subscriptions or something, do something for me in exchange, then I will give the person who hooked me up with that lawyer. Oh yeah, by the way, it's got to be pro bono, who hooked me up to that lawyer the microphone, and then we can give one away. But yeah, I'm going to sell that mic, and I'm like, if I can give it away somehow, and we could raise some money for something or do something with it.
No, just put everybody in a prize draw. If you got everybody who sponsored you over a certain amount each month, put them in a prize draw.
Well, see, that the problem with that was in Illinois, that would be a lottery. And it's illegal.
So you can't.
So I don't want to go to jail. That's why I said that.
Are you in Illinois? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
okay.
I'm in Illinois. Now, if I hover in the air, am I technically in Illinois? I'm not sure. But sitting here in my chair, I'm definitely in Illinois. Yeah, so I am trying. There's a way to do it.
Is there a definition of law
will
on
let
a
us do it.
raffle? Is that legal definition different? Because technically it's a
raffle. You can have a raffle. But I think in Illinois, you have to register to have a raffle. Because it's Illinois and we tax everything. So, yeah.
Could you not just get somebody else sent out from them? Could you not take in your sponsor money and get someone to ship it from a different state?
Well, maybe, but the thing is once we're on the internet like this, it's very tricky. Like,
I think you have to be specific when you're asking for a lawyer. I think it has to be a local lawyer who understands the local laws, because the law isn't universal.
I don't know that it's even going to happen. I was just kind of having some fun because I want to give the microphone away. But for example, if technically in France for web pages, if I'm not generating a web page in French, I'm violating their law, and they could bring me to their courts and sue me to make me translate everything in French. So, I mean, it gets really tricky with these things. I'm not too worried about the French going after me for a microphone, but I just want to make sure it's all legal and above board. And then I'm happy to start giving stuff away. But between people doing giveaways and then there's some kind of problem or whatever, I think the solution will be just to go to a company and say, you conduct the contest for me. You have the insurance and all that stuff, and I pay you so much. And then we run it. But even the randomization, if you don't put it through a proper randomizing,
so what's the difference
random generator?
What's the difference between an auction and a raffle and a lotto? Like, what are the definitions? What are the differences between those? Good
question.
Ooh, I might be able to have an auction.
Exactly. You could be able to have an auction.
Ooh, an auction. There you go.
An auction. That is interesting. A 501c is a nonprofit for sure. I help run one. I'm not sure what the question here. Illinois in here. Oh, look at that. I love it. Hello, Illinois. Send info to me, Rev, and I'll ask Hubs. Oh, there we go. I know you know a lawyer. Okay. Well, we'll talk about tomorrow, Kim. Sorry. Badges, are you back?
Nope. It's a long bio break.
Badges.
We're not
That's a long bio break.
Listen, she might have held in a poo all day, right? She might have, she might be having a 2-ton shit. Just leave her alone. She can do what she wants.
Right. 2-ton. Did you say 2-ton shit?
I did.
Damn it, Helen, we're going to have to erase this one.
I said we're not timing her.
Both left and
as long as she wants. She might be taking a 2-ton shit, and that's fine. Leave the lassie alone.
Yeah, I thought it was just right appropriate to bio break on me, No, I only left her alone for 7 hours.
She didn't go and wash her dishes, take a bath, wash the car.
I didn't. I don't have a car, and I didn't take a bath, but I definitely unloaded and reloaded the dishwasher, fed my son.
You're muted. Hang on.
And you were like, I'm going to go do some stuff. And I was like, okay, well, I have to leave in 10 minutes.
Yeah, but I got back in time.
No, you didn't, Eleanor. I had to leave poor Eleanor there by herself.
Oh, shucks. Sorry.
I'm sorry for my absence, by the way.
Oh, that's all right.
We weren't timing you either, CS. It's all good.
No.
Okay.
I just found it suspicious that you and Lindsay came back at the same time. Wink, wink.
Ooh.
I had to go get him. He fell in the toilet. That was what happened. I had to pull him out.
I got a text that said smoke break, and I was like, "Yeah, sure, that sounds great." So that's
please.
That happened.
Yeah, see, when I'm on somebody else's show, I vape away. So it's only on my show that during the first hour that I don't let anybody see me
I think
vaping marijuana.
I saw someone get really uptight about they were in someone else's they were in the call-in in someone else's broadcast, right? So they were a guest. And then another guest was smoking a cigar, and then they threw a hissy fit because that was going to prevent them from being monetized on whatever YouTube or whatever. And it's like
Platform?
you're in someone else's broadcast. Like, get a grip. If you didn't want to broadcast it out, do you know what I mean?
Jim called you Heather.
Again, that joke's wearing thin.
We're just gonna call her Lady H, so it just covers all the H names.
Lady H. Jeez.
Super hard from
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Joy.
Joy. Thanks, Jim. You're forgiven for calling me Heather because I was going to start calling you. What other J names is there?
John.
John.
Jack.
Joseph, James,
Jorge.
Jimmy.
Just Jorge.
Yeah. Jesus.
I think it would be Ian, right? Wouldn't it be Ian?
Ian. Yeah.
Ian.
Oh, and you know what? The people in Great Britain,
Jeffrey.
it's Ralph.
Justin.
It's not Rafe.
Jerry.
You know?
Rafe.
My name is Rafe. No, your name is Ralph. Ralph.
Jedediah.
Jebediah? Who said Jebediah?
I did.
Jebediah. Oh, we got lots of them in the South.
I'm just listing off J names. Have you guys not ever watched the Duggars show, the 19 Kids and Counting? All their kids' names are J's.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't even know there were 19 J names.
Actually, there's like 20 of them, but you know, it is what it is.
That's too hard. I would have numbers. They would all have a number.
Well, that's helpful for their psyche. Hey, 6. Take a number 2.
You can't be picky.
And then walk number 3 to school.
I'd hate to be number 2.
Well, number 2's covered in it all the time.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Number 1, wring out your clothes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, somebody got that joke. Good job.
Ari calls Jim Jason. That sounds a bit like Friday the 13th.
I think it's because it looks like Jason, so J-S-on. It does look like Jason.
It does look like Jason.
Yeah, Jason.
That's Halloween.
It is. I bet. Oh.
Who composed it?
Oh, no. Oh, who composed it? Oh, hold on. Enrico Morricone.
Wrong.
Oh, yes.
Yes, knows.
And he just passed away not that long ago.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Yeah.
I made a right twat of myself when he passed away. I tried to record a eulogy. I was reading out Hans Zimmer's post about him, and I broke down like 5 times every time I read it. And I was like, do you know, I'm not recording it again. I'll just leave that in. So I'm just like this blubbery, weepy mess. But that one hit me hard. You know how everyone has someone that hits them hard, and everybody says Bowie or whatever. Actually, Ennio Morricone it hit me hard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I bet.
big time.
Yeah.
It was
who hit me hard? It was George Carlin.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
George Carlin, like, just stuck a stake through my heart.
Yeah, I think we all read.
David Bowie for sure for me.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
David Bowie was he was the penultimate artist, like all around artist.
I still wake up and like, I'm not kidding, like, and I'm like, damn, like David Bowie's dead. Like it just hits you sometimes, you know, because
I was that way with Robin Williams when he passed.
Yep.
Oh, that one hit hard.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Jim? How are you, man?
Good evening. What's going on?
Jason.
Yes. Hello, Michelle. Hello, everybody.
It's Jason.
It's Jason.
Jason.
Hello, Jason. Welcome to the post radio show chit chat.
Well, Ari said she called me Justin like 5 years or 4 years, whenever she was first on Scope. She always called me Justin, and then she called me Jason, and then now she called me Jason again. You know, because it's a J-S-O-N.
It does look like Jason, to be fair. I mean, you're reading something quickly. I can understand why she would.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But there's no excuse for you calling me Heather.
I think my admin is Heather at work. I was working on a project when I was doing that show, and I was on one of your casts. I'm like looking back and forth. I'm like, I called her Helen, and she was I mean, and mind you, I work with her. So I mean,
Are there any other H names?
Do you know the
Hannah.
funniest thing? Yeah, do you know
Hannah.
there's a couple of Hannahs on here. Do you know
Hannah. I love
the
Hannah.
funniest thing about that whole scenario was you and I and Doug and Ali were all creasing ourselves laughing because we all clicked that you'd called me Heather, and Peter was completely oblivious.
Oblivious.
So we were all
Oblivious.
laughing, and he's like, "What are you laughing at?" We were all just like having a fit of the giggles, and that was the funniest thing. It was like he had no clue.
Yeah, and he turned the entire broadcast into like a weather channel there for like 15 minutes.
Oh, I know.
I had to
It
do
was
it.
like, what are we here for?
Storm
Even
Team
Pablo
coverage.
said something, but
Storm
so
Team
Jim,
coverage.
you haven't heard Helen's mixtape yet? You haven't heard her program yet?
not
You
the-
wait till you
not
I
can.
can't hear you very well, Jim.
Oh God, that may be a blessing. Hold on, can you hear me now?
I can hear you fine.
Check one. Yeah, I was saying.
I loved that this was the check
Do you
symbol.
save it? Do you save
That
it
was
to
beautiful.
listen to?
I haven't heard it. I haven't heard this week's yet. I'm gonna listen to it tomorrow.
Well, it
when
only
I-
got broadcast a few hours ago. Like, that's forgivable. It only went out on air. Like,
Oh, I know.
Hey,
I know.
hey,
This is-
Harriet.
I just
Harriet.
thought he was listening to
calm
you
down.
live like I was.
Professor.
yeah. See, that's Michelle getting one up on you. She was listening to it live
did.
on
I
Radio
wanted to rub it
Garden,
in his
right? That's
nose.
just rubbing it in that she was listening to it live. And do you know who else was listening to it live? Badges was listening to it live as well. So you're just a crap friend, Jim, because there's already 2 people in the crap who were listening to it live.
Oh God. How
I'm
many
horrible.
times a day are we all not a crap friend?
I'm
of
only
Helen's?
messing. You know I'm only messing.
I'm horrible.
My goal is at least 5 a day.
Exactly. If you're not a
Yeah,
crap friend of
rich
Helen's 5 times a day, you're not a real crap friend.
Yeah, that's the
Make
quota.
sure I make my number. And it pisses off as
See,
many
yes.
people as
Oh,
possible.
you can no longer be a crap friend. You only pissed me off 4 times today.
You're not.
It's like she's in a chalkboard or something. Little tick marks. Oh,
Jesus,
my
is this what you people do this time of night? I try to go to bed.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
This is
This is
wait
past
till
your
later.
bedtime.
You know what?
It's
almost
way past my
Well, it's
bedtime.
almost 6 a.m. and I didn't have any dinner. I've just put some wedges in the oven. Like,
Hey, you
Wait,
I
you
don't
put
want to
some
know what
wedgies
that
in the
means.
oven?
You British. You just put some wedgies in the oven. That could be code for something.
I have no idea.
you don't have potato wedges.
Oh,
but we
Wedge-
call them like
wedges,
potato
okay.
wedges.
Potato
Yeah.
I thought you said
wedges.
potato
wedgies.
wedges.
No, I don't
They
go
call
around,
their
like,
French
having
fries
to go buy them.
chips,
Having
for
to go
God's
buy them.
sakes.
No,
I
they're
know.
underwear.
Oh my god.
Whenever Helen speaks, I'm not sure if she's speaking in a literal sense or it's just some Scottish saying that means that I'm going to go throw a tree down the block for fun.
It's not that much difficulty in understanding the word wedges. Come on.
Everybody knows what wedgies are.
Well, wedgies means something totally different in the States.
You don't
Yeah,
have
it does.
you don't have
What I
potato
noticed-
wedges.
Gymnasts,
what I noticed was that
gymnasts
there's
and
always something
wedgies. Those
quaint
2 words
about
go
it.
together.
Yeah.
There's always something quaint about these words that she uses. It's
She
like
didn't say wedgies. She said
Wed-
wedges.
Oh,
Thanks, Badges. Thanks for the translation. Are you the only person that fucking understands me?
Yes, I speak Scottish now.
Well, I like the fact that Michelle just called the Scottish Gaelic the language quaint. They've been around for thousands of years. It's a quaint language,
He did
Helen.
say
It's just a
Oh,
quaint little
Helen,
language.
you weren't present, and I used the word chinwags in Michelle's chat yesterday, and she about died.
I
Hey!
did know that.
He's rubbing off. He's rubbing off.
How about
It's
what
true.
would you say? How about you go chat up a chinwag, maybe? I don't
Yeah,
know.
have a
I've
chinwag.
used that a
Yeah.
few times since knowing Helen
I love that.
intermittently on
But
here as
I've
well.
already.
I think
That's
chinwag is so fantastic. I
is.
absolutely love that term.
This is the
It's awesome.
network of the chinwag.
Yes,
That's
Yeah.
the
hilarious.
Well, I
chinwag
literally
network.
have like 2 chins, so I'm just literally was like picturing it wagging around. So that was why. It was funny coming out of Lindsay.
Hey, badges.
Yes.
I got to take a bio break.
Okay, enjoy it. We'll be here. He's gonna be so self-conscious of this now.
Since Badges was on some kind of, like schedule and you were timing her, we'll make sure we time you and see how long it takes you to come back.
Well, wait. I'm not a damn director
I'll
in
get my
here.
egg timer.
You're on the
I
clock.
can't show myself to the door, for God's sake.
Oh, hang on, sorry. Pause.
Oh my goodness.
Careful what
I'm
you
gonna
ask
make
for,
it
make
quick.
your webcam
Wait a
in
minute,
there.
where are you? Hang
That's
on.
so
Literally
funny.
1 o'clock exactly.
Do you know how many bio breaks this man has in one broadcast? It's
A
amazing.
week. bladder. It's all good.
It's a 7-hour broadcast that we were doing. It wasn't an hour. I never take bio breaks. Review the videotape.
That's a great band name.
Well, don't leak
I
your
have wireless headphones on. I can hear you.
Great
Oh my
band
God.
name.
Mute you.
I thought he said bile breaks, which was kind of gross.
bile? No.
Like, what was that?
B-I-O.
All right.
You can hear things?
Should he actually advertise that? I don't know if that sounds like a good idea.
You know what? I haven't started. I've always said I need to go to the restroom or I'll be right back. I got to go visit the little girl's room or, somebody may even say the loo. I have never heard it called a bio break until I met that man.
Not me neither.
It's brilliant.
The water closet.
I love
Yeah.
it.
So inclusive
Yeah.
No,
to
I
all
usually-
pronouns.
I need to go for a pee. Like that's how upfront I am. It's
Yeah.
like,
Well, I'm kind of like more like I've had 3 cups of coffee right now, and I don't mean to interrupt everything, but I'm sure you can figure out the rest. And I put my headphones down.
Oh yeah. That's a hard exit right there.
Yeah,
Recycle that coffee sometime.
Yes, the hard out that was completely misconstrued this afternoon on Bobby Becker's. I was like, "What are you talking about, Bobby? Are you serious?"
Bobby doesn't know what a hard out is.
Funny.
No, she doesn't.
because of that, it's because of the mic. That the whole mic that we've already made that filthy to start with. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
That's true. That is true.
We never think about the output or the replay quality of the audio. That's true. I should listen to that and listen. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. My apologies for anybody that misconstrued the term that I used today, which just meant I really need to go right now.
Yes.
Hey,
We understood.
2 minutes.
That was enough for you, Badges?
That was perfect.
Done in 2
Perfect.
minutes.
You guys were just talking
But the
about.
problem is
Bio
if Badges and I are in the same room, you've got a real
Hard
problem because we both find if there's a double entendre to be found, we'll find it, and we're both as bad as each other. So it's a double whammy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It will happen probably
Mhm.
twice.
Fair enough.
Yes, we were talking about the hard outs.
We've completely
And the
neglected.
soft
I remember the hard out. Was that today?
That was
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, and you were there, Rev. You were totally there, Rev.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
completely neglected
Was I
the
there?
professor in the cheat
Yeah.
seat. Hi, Professor. You've been
Yes.
invited, Professor.
Oh my God! Are you talking about my
Professor.
fanboying over the professor?
No, I'm
Oh
saying
my
that we're not
God.
acknowledging the
What's up,
professor in
PhD?
the cheap seats.
Oh.
Hello, Tam.
Oh, the
We
professor's
talked a
here.
lot about your microphone too.
Who did? I did.
I think we were all focused on it.
A big microphone.
Whether
Well,
it was up or down.
It's
I don't know.
big and black.
I mean, Helen has seen me work this microphone.
It did look very sexual and phallic.
Yeah.
And he
I
likes
was
to
literally-
wrap his hand around the
yeah.
end of it and just move
It's a
it
brand new
around
microphone.
a little.
And I saw like
Find
a
that good,
smudge on
sweet
it. There was like a
spot.
smudge on the microphone here. And I'm like, oh, that's
Oh,
irritating.
no.
And then so I'm
Did you do that
how do
on cam?
I get that smudge off of there?
I hope you got some awards after that.
And then everybody just went crazy, and I got a golden squirrel, and they dumped a hamster on me, and I do that every night.
Properly.
What?
Oh, man. Rev, someone's going to use those few frames for a GIF that you just do not want on the internet.
Yes, now you know how to get more awards. You just have to change microphones and do some cleaning.
If I start getting naked, my microphone, I've got my own private channel right there.
Yeah, there you go.
It's
You did it.
If any one of you make that a fucking GIF, I'll hunt you down.
You've
There was-
officially broken the
Oh
interwebs.
my gosh. There was a day where I would do that. There was a day
Never
that
mind.
I would do that.
Oh.
Mhm.
We were talking about monetizing the broadcast, so
I mean, for a small price, I won't do that.
Go ahead, then. Fuck it. I'll make money off of it.
That's how we can monetize. Blackmail.
Blackmail.
I'm telling you, you have to pitch the ask in your own way.
Yep.
Welcome to Phallic Mic Talk here on Haps. Back to the
What not to do while broadcasting. Brought to you by
I can't
Rev.
even touch my mic, damn it.
Do's and don'ts. Do's and don't.
No, no.
Funny.
Well, I got the micro lavalier over here.
There you
Well, you know
go.
what they say
Yes,
about
Rev's
guys
always
with big mics?
Yeah, they're compensating for something else.
Exactly. I Charles, my OnlyFans is at Rev Mac Live. It is not activated yet, but it will be.
Coming soon.
No, I'm gonna do an OnlyFans. I'm gonna post my show up there. Why not?
Are you just gonna post the clips that are sexual?
Hang on, if you're gonna post your show up there, people aren't going to pay for the exclusive content because they can see it for free on here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm not planning on making any money. It's just another way to, get me out there. I mean, you got to get bored looking at naked people for a while, and maybe you want some interesting information. Why not? No, I made one. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I made one. We'll see what I do with it. I'm going to do something fun with it, I think.
That's like people buying Playboy for the articles.
Oh gosh.
Well, yeah, you did because Penthouse had the better pictures.
Light reading. Don't mind me.
What are you up to, Jim?
That's what Jim's doing right now. He's reading.
Serious
Oh,
stuff.
Jim's on my OnlyFans.
I'm looking for Rev's OnlyFans.
He's looking up his Playboy subscription. They're digital now. So.
Yeah.
Playboy tried to go like not nude. I just don't think it worked out.
No.
I mean, no matter how you
Sports Illustrated
sex work is real work. First of all,
basically,
I know we're having fun, but sex work is real work. So let's make that clear.
It's real.
Real as can be.
Yes.
And we
I don't think anybody was, saying anything derogatory about sex workers.
Helen, who was it the other day that didn't know what a fluffer was?
Oh God!
Oh, it was Blaine. Blaine did not know what a fluffer was. Oh,
was I?
I was in tears, about to wet myself while watching.
Well,
watching
what you don't want to be in that industry.
Weirdo and Beardo's cooking show. They're talking about the Little Debbie snacks or something. I don't know, something completely innocent. Blaine is the most innocent, naive adult man I've ever met in my life. He's so adorable and so innocent, and it's just so cute to watch him interact whenever somebody says something even slightly sexual. And somebody said something about a fluffer, and he was like, "What's a fluffer?" And I was like, "Oh God, please don't take us on a field trip. Please don't."
Don't take us on a field trip.
Thankfully, Piano Man was there to save the day.
You know the sandwich with marshmallow cream and peanut butter?
Yes, I do.
It's called a fluffy nutter, right?
Yeah.
But in the industry we're talking about, being a fluffer nutter would not be a good thing because then the actor couldn't go on to finish, the performance.
Would be,
Jesus Christ.
I want to come on my podcast to discuss this.
Like this doesn't get discussed every night, Helen. Give me a break.
I'm going to have to delete it off my radio Facebook.
It just makes me think of all the fluffernutter sandwiches I've eaten throughout my childhood, and it just makes it think completely different because there is fluff, which is just like a marshmallow whip that you put over a peanut butter sandwich, and they call it a fluffernutter sandwich. So thank you, Rev, for fucking up a better part of like 10 years of my life.
Childhood's all scarred now.
See, Helen, we're just discussing the culinary arts. There's no need to delete
I don't know
this.
what you guys are talking about. It's a fucking sandwich.
Oh my God. Oh, that's what. Okay. That makes perfect sense.
Now you don't have to erase anything.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
It doesn't
I worked at a night at a club named Fluffers.
I think
boy.
That was their job in the club. Everybody that went there was a fluffer.
Did they make the sandwiches? Was it a fan club?
Like that. Who can eat at a club like that?
Oh God. Where am I?
I think we have the trifecta for Thursdays now. We've got Hap Stars, we got the JS Live show, and then we're going to have Helen as the nightcap.
Do you know what? I was meant to be done and over and finished for you starting your GS. I've meant to have finished hours ago, but I've been going for 4.5.
Yeah, I keep telling Helen, I was like, oh, well, this show's starting. Oh, well, maybe we should shut down. And then somebody comes off on some random tangent and we go for another hour.
plus I was really late coming on. Like I was meant to come on at like 1 and I was 40 minutes late or something. So
gotcha. I'd love to catch you live. This is fun.
Oh my gosh, is it 6 in the morning there?
And I'm glad that you're in. That's great. Yeah. But it's
Helen,
10 past 6 in the morning.
Her alarm hasn't gone off yet.
Harriet or Hannah, whatever her name is, Heather. She's on American time. This woman doesn't follow the Queen's time. She's on American time.
Usually we hear Helen's alarm go off at least twice, and then she orders breakfast.
It'll go off in 20 minutes because it goes off at 6:30.
Yeah, it goes at 6:30, and then 7? Is that what the other time is? And then we start looking for places for Helen to eat breakfast. This is just normal operating procedure.
That time for?
What's that behind?
I mean, what time are you going to go to bed?
Whenever I get to bed, but I'm supposed to be taking my mum out tomorrow, so I'm probably not going to get to bed. I'm probably going to be awake through.
Oh, good Lord!
Yep.
I literally almost passed out the other day in the kitchen.
If I go to bed, I'll fall asleep and then I'll sleep through. Won't get my mum, so I'll probably need to.
Franny Fluffer.
Fanny Fluffer, what?
CS, I agree.
Show and telling.
I agree, CS. I had those fond memories of my grandmother calling off the back porch. Do you want a fluffy nutter? You totally spoil that scene for me forever. Look at Michelle.
The professor is having some FOMO right now.
This reminds me.
Oh my God.
Helen, erase this, please.
The professor's.
I'm hearing an echo.
The professor's broadcast. We had a song on vinyl called "Ruffle Them Up." The professor's broadcast. Oh yeah, you're all right. An echo on vinyl called "Ruffle Them Up." The professor's broadcast. Oh yeah. I think it's coming from CS.
It's CS.
Hmm.
I think it's coming from CS.
Is it? What did I do? I didn't do anything.
Cast coming back through somebody's mic.
Yeah, it's like bouncing back. Can you not hear the echo?
Cast coming back through somebody's mic.
Yeah, you got a speaker on or a phone on or something, CS. Oh, there he goes. He shut down the OBS. You got a speaker virtual camera's off. There he is. He's back. Oh, there he goes.
And it's still coming back.
It was still going. The audio was still connected.
Camera's off. There he is. He's back. Oh, there he goes. Oh yeah, I hear myself.
The audio was still connected.
Oh my God!
What is going on?
Oh Jesus! It's Groundhog Day.
I don't know.
Acid flashback.
I'm getting dizzy.
Is this my weed or is this real?
It's real. I'm getting dizzy.
This is some good weed.
That's the best weed
I'll tell
ever.
you what. I'll mute your mic just now, CS, until you're organised.
That's the best.
I'll make him director so that he can like unmute himself when he's ready to come back.
I felt like I was diving down a rabbit hole with Alice chasing the white rabbit.
There we go. So he can unmute himself when he's.
Joy.
Helen.
Yes. What?
No, nothing. Just it was a really
No,
inappropriate.
go on. Spit it out, man. What is it?
No, I just let the man unmute himself however he wants to. You know, it's his thing.
I don't know what you mean.
Aww.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be able to unmute himself unless I made him a director. That's why I said I'll make him a director and he can unmute himself.
Okay.
It's like she's done this before.
No, I was trying to make a joke. It didn't work. You can move on.
Oh, I missed it.
Oh, what a shame
Dang
for
it.
you.
Thank
Thank you,
from Nevermind. Nevermind is having a lot of fun out there, I have noticed.
I'm glad
Apparently, Nevermind is very stoned as well.
I'm glad that somebody laughed at your
We
shit.
never mind to come back and broadcast.
Nevermind.
Nevermind is super cool. Nevermind used to be on Periscope, and we need to bring Nevermind back to life here on Habs.
Never mind.
I need to check my wedges.
Wedgies. Here we go.
Wedges.
We all have
Oh.
to check those wedgies once in a while.
Michelle, you're going to be physically sore tomorrow from all this laughing.
I think my face hurts.
Yeah.
I'm seriously like been gritting this whole time. My face
Okay, so
wow.
Michelle, tell
What
us again,
Joy
what
says.
time are your, or roughly what time are your shows going to be this weekend?
That's a good question because I feel like I just jinx myself whenever I actually schedule a broadcast and then something comes up. But since it's Saturday, hopefully, no construction, because between Mondays and Fridays, just fuck all. It has to be after 5 p.m. period. Or I just don't know. But Saturday and Sunday, I'm thinking Saturday. I want to do it. Well, I'm going to check with Chris Wiegand first, but I'm thinking Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern. You're Central, right?
Saturday.
What?
Something like 1 o'clock-ish? And that would be like
Central.
noon his time. So yeah, anybody is welcome to come join us. I definitely want to do some scribbling fun and see how many people I can
What the
get
fuck
to
is
join
happening?
together. Huh?
Acid flashbacks, yes.
I don't know, but Michelle was just completely oblivious to me going, Saturday.
I thought I heard heavy breathing, that's all. Saturday. S-A-T-U-Y-D-A-Y.
I'm going to go check my wedges. I'll be back.
I'll check my wedgies too. Oh. There, better.
All is well.
Dear.
I'm never having a fluffy nutter sandwich again. Good Lord.
Oh God, I'm making one right now.
I used to put like chocolate syrup on it too. That's even worse.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Helen singing is my
Not even
spirit
touched that
animal.
Chocolate, peanut
Helen
butter,
singing
and
is your
fluffy
spirit?
stuff.
Yeah, she's got a nice deep tone. Good. Oh my lanta.
Whoa. Recharge those batteries.
This is just not right. Hold on, I need a minute. No.
I love that sound effect. It was great. How about you could do dial-up too, like 90s dial-up tone.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Saturday, definitely. You know what though? I want to see you broadcast on your own broadcast too, Lindsay.
That's a plan that I need to make.
We know what we could do. We could do the fun little doodle draw challengey thingy, and then afterwards we could just all head over to your very first broadcast where you clap your hats, Cherry.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be oh my goodness.
Ooh, what?
That'd be hot.
I'll bring the whipped cream.
Just to put this into context. No, I'm serious. There's no such thing as virginity. Don't fall for that white patriarchal myth. You don't take somebody's virginity.
I love it.
Like that. Just doesn't work that way.
What's up, Mark? Deflowering.
Thank you. That's
we have to deflower my channel.
She has not yet broadcasted in her own broadcast.
Nope.
Oh.
And how many hours have you been live?
1 million.
Yeah, so I definitely want to encourage you to do that.
I'm a community cheerleader. I've got to be a lot of places.
Yeah. Badges has logged on enough hours to be a VIP 72,000 times, but never in her own domain. And I know, Mark, I don't know what, there should be something for that, at least a softer chair.
Aw, this one's kind of squishy. It's good. I've got extra padding on the back end, so that's good.
Whenever I hit you on the invite there, it's not that I need a bio break.
I know.
Again.
But it is because I genuinely know that you're a really good host.
Aw, I appreciate that. And I was just giving you a hard time, Rev, and I got you back.
You did.
So
that
we can
great.
let that lie. No,
well,
I appreciate
really good at it.
that you guys are always so welcoming and sending out the invites so freely, and I really do appreciate that. It makes me feel special.
Never mind. But we all needed this broadcast. I think that's probably why everybody's here. So we're glad you're enjoying it.
Yes.
I definitely needed it.
Let go and just kind of have a little bit of fun and not worry about what your content is and just kind of free flow the conversation. And not have any specific goals in mind and just be humans together.
Hallelujah to that. Because, I mean, I've got a definite mission and a purpose, and and
you drive it home daily, multiple times daily, multiple hours daily. So it's kind of nice to just take the rev hat off for a second and just breathe, take a hit, take a bio break, do what you need to do,
do them all at once.
Your microphone.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm going to take my microphone into my bio break area.
Oh, my.
Wow.
Just wash your hands when you're done.
I think one of the most fun things you can have, ladies and gentlemen, is making Michelle Alexander laugh.
What's funny is I like to make other people laugh, even in the comments. I like try really hard, and it's so funny when I can like type a comment and then I can see like a wave of smile go across somebody's face. I'm like, yeah, they read it.
Yes. I get quite the thrill of being in the cheap seats and trying to derail somebody's conversation. I do that to Rev a lot. It's lots of fun.
If you and Helen get in my room, I'm doomed.
You're like, oh God, here goes the show.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Yeah, I really, seriously, what a freaking fine group of people that I've met over the last 8 weeks.
Oh my gosh, it's been amazing. I've just been floored with the community that's developing here is just so reminiscent of what I once had, and I've missed it for a long time. So I'm kind of glad to have a place to call home and to come and settle in for the day. You know, I get my coffee. I start with a crossword with Piano Man, and I kind of switch back and forth. If I'm up here upstairs, I have 2 tabs open, and I am framing faces and I am guessing crosswords at the same time.
Oh, I wish I could do that. I'm not very good at being awake.
And then as soon as both of those guys sign off, Rev is coming right up next to carry me into lunchtime. So it's a good thing. It's something to look forward to every day. While my kiddos are at school, I have some people to hang out with and be adults with without having to filter yourself. You can kind of let loose a little bit. It's
which group
nice
of adults do you hang out with?
Well, have you met me? How much of an adult am I?
Right.
Well, I'm still 12 in my mind. I'm not.
There's just certain things that I can't talk about with my kids. I'm sorry, they're not teenagers yet.
Yeah.
Mom, I think you broke me.
Oh my goodness.
If the last year has been really, really good to you, and you have a little extra to give, our friend Eleanor is having a pretty rough time.
I know.
That is her.
She's really been.
That is her cash account, and send her a little something if you can. Be much appreciated. But yeah, what a great community.
Did we lose Sia?
I think he was struggling with his audio stuff. I think he may still be on the cheap seats trying to work.
Still there, buddy.
Or he may have given up and got frustrated. I have no idea.
Oh. Well, it's an open invite. You can always jump back anytime he wants.
We're a revolving door here.
Indeed.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I definitely want to make sure we preserve, and I think we will be able to, but as this thing goes, this thing's still in beta, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it'll probably be another year before they release it, to the public, it would be my guess. And once this thing goes live, so to speak, keeping this, fostering it throughout the thousands and thousands of people that are going to be on here, that's going to come down to us.
Yeah.
The early adopters, the people that were here.
You set the bar high, and you keep the expectations of, collaboration and support of all the people that are here. And I've heard in several of y'all's shows, you are always so good and so thoughtful to make sure that you shout out whoever is currently live coming up next as you're signing off for your show. So you're pushing those people to support other people in the community instead of just saying, all right, have a good night. So, and you don't have to do that. It's not anything that anybody has necessarily asked you to do. It's just something that you have found in the kindness of your own heart. You're like, you know what? there's a really cool streamer on like that I really enjoy. I think you guys would like it too. Why don't we all go over there and check that out? We're done here. Have a good night.
Because we're consumers of these platforms too,
Yeah, we're fans of each other's shows. Piano Man did that this morning. He sent everybody over to Chris, and there was a significant traffic increase because I already had Chris's show on at the same time because I can't help it. I double cast. Whenever I'm in the cheap seats, I am not a slacker. I have at least 3 shows on.
Wow.
And my brain can sort through them all most of the time unless somebody's talking to me, and then I have to kind of turn it down a little bit.
Well, you know what's really cool is that both Rev and Jim here, I'm actually really impressed at how easily they not only promote like their own content and what's coming up and what they're gonna do, but also other people. I mean, when they come in to the, their broadcast, they're always like, oh, and there's so-and-so. And he's like ready with a way to promote that person. Yeah. And we were talking earlier about how difficult it is sometimes for some of us creatives to actually feel comfortable doing just that, not just promoting like ourselves and our content and our ideas, but also to have the ask of supporting. And you guys, I mean, I don't know about you, but like I'm more comfortable shouting out other people than I am about shouting out myself.
Absolutely.
And one of the things I appreciate is that, I love to feel like I'm adding somehow to Jim's content when I'm in his broadcasts or whatever. And same with Rev. I feel like I want to just give. And I hope, hope you guys just understand. I wish I could just be more like learn what you guys already do so naturally. Like you're just so consistently good at shouting out. I want to be more like that.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, thank you for all of that. It's very beautiful and I very much appreciate it. And we keep doing this, we keep hanging out. Ask me anything and we're there, it's I learned this, I'm a very vocal person for sure. And I'm really a good people person. I'm a really damn great salesman and I hate doing it because it just feels so manipulative. But yeah, it's all, I learned this too, I'm here for you. It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah,
and I love everybody's style. And I love how people can just do their thing, jump on the camera. I love accidentally dropping into a room and like just seeing what somebody's doing, And like,
I love what Charles just said. If you can't ask, then nobody has the opportunity to say yes.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's
I
so
love
good.
that so much because it's so true.
That is good.
You have to kind of, as Rev said, he still feels comfortable, but he does it so well and in a way that's not like abrasive and put offish because he has practiced it over the years and he's kind of overcome that and kind of put his own spin on it and his own personality to where it actually fits and makes sense in his world and his habitat. What?
Wait 1 second. Is this guy out here saying he's Peter North or Peter North said this? And if you're Peter North, jump on Haps. Come over here. Come on over. Let's chat, dude.
Let's have a chin wag.
Let's have a chin wag. And you definitely need to go on. Two Girls. This is Peter North. Seriously, I'll get you hooked up with Alice and Natalia. You need to go on 2 Girls, 1 Mic, Horncast. For sure, Peter. I will get you on that. But if you're Peter North, I want to talk to you.
Yeah. Oh my!
If you want to, man.
That's amazing.
And if not, DM me on Twitter at RevMacLive, and come on my show. That would be really interesting.
Well, hello. We get 2 for the price of 1.
That's so awesome. Hi.
Will you stop?
And there it is. Do you hear that? You all listening? You all listening? Listen. Can you hear it?
Hear it.
Ooh. There's the alarm.
We have made it. We have made it to the 6:30 mark.
Sorry, you've just caught me stuck in my face. How's it going, Prof? You all right?
Eating her wedgies over there.
Did she just bite you?
No,
No, it was something akin to a wet willy in my ear.
Oh, nice.
You lucky devil.
Something
is
akin
after we
to a
just
wet
got off
willy. Is
work.
that better or worse?
Oh, you guys just got off work?
Did you guys need a minute?
Yeah, thanks to you guys
Hey.
on the way home. Yeah.
Peter North's here, so you could make it crazy.
Oh, Peter North, huh? Well, let's see. How good is his shot still? Okay, I'm holding up this bottle. Can you shoot it out of my hand?
I could. He was pretty prolific, actually. And if that really is Peter North, seriously, yeah, come talk to us. Because Justin Bieber was in here a while back and we totally blew it. We scared him out of the room. I was just so disappointed. It's like Justin Bieber comes into your room and like we didn't believe it was him. And, he could have come up.
Well, hey, we gotta question all the people that come in here just because.
Hang on a minute.
Anybody can say
Bieber
anything.
in the room, did you say?
No, not the actual Justin Bieber.
Because even if it really was the real Justin Bieber, he still wouldn't be allowed in the fucking call-in.
He has principles.
Awesome. But thank you, Peter, for the compliment. This is an amazing group of people.
Oh man, yeah, definitely. Just got done working the Phoenix Suns game, last game for a while. We won't be working again up until let's see, the 15th. The next game we have All-Star break in basketball.
All-Star break.
Yeah, we're not working the 13th game. We'll be in Las Vegas of all places.
Thanks, RJ.
Yeah, so Vegas is going to be a welcome respite from the craziness of Phoenix. Friends getting married, and so we were kind of invited, part of the wedding party. So we'll be staying where the Luxor. Yeah,
Nice,
nice.
The Triangle. Fun stuff.
Beacon of light, calling all aliens.
Yep.
Yes, you can actually see it from Skylab all the way up there.
Really?
Now, I'm just surprised at the lack of communication between Michelle and Jim. We didn't even know you two were in the room. It's so quiet in here. I'm just like, wow. I know Jim just got done doing a show, but Michelle, I guess, is Bob sleeping?
Well, I've been
is that
for
why
2
you're
hours, and I just ate food, so you got me at a time when I'm pretty damn mellow.
Yeah, both of you guys. I mean, it's just like, wow. It's like, wow. I mean,
Mr. Man,
you guys are in this state of bliss thing going, like,
a bit of weight off your face, mister.
Is he wasting away?
No, he does.
She made me do it.
You look like you've been working hard at it. Now I feel like I've let you down. Looking good, pal.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Yeah,
It's the nicest thing anyone's ever done.
And there's me sitting eating my... To be fair, I didn't have any dinner, right? So to be fair,
right.
I'm having my potato wedges at 6:30 in the morning, but I didn't eat all day. So that's
wedgies?
like...
Yes.
Wedgies.
Yeah, we've already had this conversation.
Yes,
yes,
I'm poking the bear. Yeah.
Yes. Now there's a lot of bear poking going
That's
around
all right.
here.
That's okay.
I was
You're
going to
forgiven.
say, you guys were in rare form tonight. I was like, did I just tune into a Dr. Ruth Westheimer show, or what's going on here?
Do you need to know how to put the mic condom on as well, Professor?
All the perverts all in one room all at one time.
This is funny here because Tammy's usually the more, let's just say, the more aggressive of us two. And I had to explain to her what a fluffer was. She didn't know what a fluffer was.
Oh, God, here we go again.
I can just see the car going through the 101, just doing like this, swerving around.
And the circle continues.
Take us out. Take us out. Cut. Hit the kill button, Helen.
Kill button.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait a minute. Has everybody got it? Everybody got a drink? Okay. Roadmap.
Tonight's mug of choice. Hello, chum.
Oh, that's
the drink of pescatarians everywhere.
Hello, Trump. Is that not from Finding Nemo? Is that not actually like a phrase from Finding Nemo? Bruce the shark.
I don't think so.
Helen's gonna want a cup that has the other C word on it. Now I know this is where this is going.
Oh my!
What makes you think I don't already have one?
Oh snap!
I'm not shocked.
I don't actually, but you shouldn't make assumptions.
No, I mean, I can't imagine that that's not a popular item in gift shops in the UK. You know, get your rhymes with bunt cup.
Like a butt
Blunt?
She can say the word. I can't say the word in the United States of America. It's just not possible. Not me.
Can't understand normal thinking. Yeah, there you go.
Can't understand normal thinking. Yeah, there you go.
Oh my!
Fornication under.
So what's the plan for the night then, Prof? We just in the door.
Oh, what was that?
So you just got home. What's your plan for the night?
Yeah, we were just chilling, working. It was. Well, Tammy was working her ass off.
Oh,
that's why she's relaxing.
Oh yeah.
Now, Professor, when you're doing Suns games, are you guys like underneath, like in the tunnel, underneath the stadium, doing all that stuff, or are you guys actually on the floor?
Jim. No, that's where they do the fluffers. That's not where he's at. totally different, Jim.
Oh, okay.
Well, Well, right now, being that we only have 3,000 people in the venue, they're moving us all around. Like tonight, I was working the most exciting place. I put a picture of it up on my Instagram if you want to see. And I made hashtag baby in the corner. So that's, I was put in the ass end of the arena pointing at a door. And I sat there and stared at a door all night long. No TV and just a, what they call that sensor, that, metal detector. Yeah. And I'm staring at that in the door all night. Only could listen to the game. So I saw none of it tonight.
What's the normal capacity? If there's only 3,000 people in the venue, what's the normal capacity for that venue?
About what, 17,000? About 17,000.
Yeah, it's a huge difference. Wow.
Yeah, so it's probably close to about 15 now because they did a renovation here last year. So it looks a little different now. So if you ever get bored, look up Project 201 on the internet and you'll see what the new arena looks like. And they'll show you a diagram of it. They put in a crazy new bar in there, which is a kind of a retro throwback to the 60s type theme there. So you feel like you're on the set of, you guys remember Matt Helm, the Dean Martin spy movies? So you feel like you're Matt Helm. So
nice.
So if the capacity is 3,000 or they're allowing 3,000 in, is that maxed out? Like, are there 3,000 people there, or are people not returning? Like, are they actually wanting to go to the games and
we're winning now?
Capacity, or
yeah. So yeah.
I just wondered if people were still wanting to stay home, or if they actually were filling that to that capacity that they're allowing.
They are wanting to come to the games. The problem is that I think today our governor decided to relax the mask mandates of the arena. So people are going to bring in bad habits into the into the arena. So our job is to, remind them, like, mask up. And they, today Tammy got into a beef with a guy at the last minute of the game. And he was just, we gave him the FU card, the don't be an asshole card. And if you, it's a card we hand out to people who are misbehaving, basically. Mm-hmm. And it says, if we have to come talk to you again, you'll be spending the rest of the game out in the parking lot. So,
what an arsehole.
Yeah.
Now, any truth to the rumor that I know in some arenas they say that you're not allowed to stand out of your seats during the game. Is that true? And if so, how can people not jump up when there's a huge play if there's like an amped one?
We're not that strict here. Only thing we ask is you wear your mask when you're not eating or drinking actively. But the way around it they've been doing is some of the less enlightened people, they'll actually grab a bin of popcorn, they'll yank their mask down and eat one kernel at a time for the whole game. I saw a guy do that for at least half the game with his mask off, just eating one at a time. And I'm looking at him like, you're really that guy, aren't you?
What an asshole.
Wow.
Yeah. So, people want to come there and bring their hang-ups to the game, and they can't just behave themselves for 4 hours.
It's weird. Don't understand the mentality. It's so strange.
Yeah. It's, some people take perverse joy into just tweaking us usher types. So, I don't know.
Yeah, just trying to piss other people off. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they just opened up Texas, too.
Yeah,
that was
that's
yesterday.
right.
That was yesterday's news. Texas released their mask mandate statewide.
Right. So yeah, that's but right now we move around. Like tonight, I was watching a guard door, but normally the last 2 games before that, I was right next to the floor. They actually roped off or blocked off 5 rows from the floor, so it's a 30-foot thing away from the floor. So there's zones now in the NBA. So there's a red zone, a yellow zone, and a green zone. I work in the green zone. It means I can go about freely, do whatever I want. The yellow zones are usually for some executives, camera people, behind the scenes people, and then the red zones for the players and the officials only.
Let's name the zones. Let's name the zones of the open sea.
And a lot of those NBA stadiums still have the tarp over all of those seats around the arena. I think they do that near you as well.
Yes, we do that. So if you watch a Phoenix Suns game, kind of squint and look for the big guy in the stands. That's me.
They don't let any fans come into the Thunder game right now. The Thunder at the Chesapeake. They're not letting any fans in at the moment.
Wow. Yeah, they just
don't have at the United Center either in Chicago. They still don't have anybody at the Bulls games or the Hawks games.
Yeah.
Wow, that's nuts.
But I'm sure that'll change shortly. Well, at least the statewide mandate will probably be changing shortly because our governor is just about as dumb as Texas governor. So,
or Arizona's.
Well, I can only judge my own.
I mean, what a great plan! Kill all of your voters.
Right.
Like that is going to get you reelected in all of those states. You know what I mean? Because I guarantee you, the liberals in those states are masking up. I guarantee you, the liberals in those states are washing their hands. I guarantee you, the liberals in those states are doing the right thing as best that they can. And the people that aren't, those are the people that are voting for those dumbasses, and they're all going to be dead. They're going to take a bunch of us out too. But like, I don't even get that strategy. That's insane.
Hey guys, I'm gonna nod out and see you tomorrows and the stuff and things, whatever you guys are doing.
Oh, do we come up with a time tomorrow?
Yeah, a good night.
I was trying to, since I've got Jim here. Jim, I know that Friday nights you like to play trivia, and I know that your stuff is like really.
Look at Jim's face.
Yeah, but I really want you to be in our chat sometime. So I don't know when's a good time on Friday if you can do it.
I work till 6:30 Central.
Right.
I usually get a couple of loud thuds from the ceiling above or the floor above my ceiling. Her domain.
I have
my
the same
wife.
thing. Yeah, I get it.
So where's dinner? And I go upstairs and there's dishes from breakfast and dinner and lunch from yesterday, and I'm doing all that, and so I'm literally quizzing and watching broadcasts while cooking, cleaning, helping with homework, and listening to that. And then, but I mean, I would love to jump on with you guys. I mean, I don't want to, Fridays was, trivia night for a long time, but I also want to be with you guys. I'm kind of torn, but I have them too. So it's a 3-headed thing.
Gotcha. Well, I just want every single one of you in the chat right now. CS, Rev, Lindsay, of course. You can join Helen and the professor tomorrow. And I kind of like 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but obviously it's not too late for Helen.
Yeah, because the thing is, a couple of weeks we've actually very kindly tried to accommodate me by making it slightly earlier. You know, 1 week we tried 10 p.m, 1 week we tried sort of 11 or whatever. And actually, by the time I've taken my mum shopping, dropped her off, you know, had a coffee at hers, come back, I'm not actually quite ready for 10 o'clock. So 1 o'clock in the morning is actually a better time for me, but I realise that conflicts with other things that are going on. I know that there was some kind of issue with somebody else, you know, doing a quiz or something. So obviously you guys sort yourselves, and I'll dip in when I can. But it turned out that, you know, coming on earlier for me didn't really work out, and I feel really bad about that. So you guys sort when's convenient for you guys, and I'll you know, dip in when I can. The following week, I don't know what's happening the following week. If I'm doing that interview with Rusty Egan, approximately 10 p.m. my time, so I don't know how long that'll go on for, but I'm not going to wrap it up to come into a music quiz afterwards. Like, it'll last as long as it lasts, and then whatever else is going on. Obviously, I don't want to disturb the book club thing with what going.
That supersedes what? No. What you're doing next week Friday supersedes everything. We're all going to be in there. So
yeah,
well, I will be in Las Vegas next Friday. So
right. I was actually thinking. I was wondering, since the Grammys are next Saturday or Sunday. I mean, and then we happen to have somebody who's worked for the Grammy organization. That we could have some kind of Grammy chat maybe on the weekend.
Well, it's not going to be here anyway. It's going to be in Vegas, so that's not going to happen. So
that's right. You're going to be in Vegas for the whole weekend.
So why don't we just skip that, focus on the Rusty Egan thing, and then you can all come in. If he's, I don't know if you'll stick around, or I don't know how that'll play out, but we can all have a chat after that maybe.
Well, you know what? And, another thing too. Since everyone in here who is in here, you all have open invitations. Like, we're rotating the hostership.
Yep.
And so if it works out better for you on Tuesday, Jim, you know, you could be the host on a Tuesday and we'll show up. You know what I'm saying?
Tuesdays would be fun. I think Michelle and I talked about that before. I could probably swing Tuesday.
So there you go. And so, I mean, it's definitely rotating. Right now it's rotating between Helen, Professor, and myself. But, I mean, I think what Helen's doing next week, Friday, is definitely music, our little music club group. We're all going to be in there. Just, I am so stoked about that interview for you. It's just not.
Same.
Wow.
I'm just, that's why I had to kill the Facebook thing, because he's on that. And I'm like, he's going to see this and shit himself and not want to come in and talk to me. So that's why I had to go delete it.
She's going to delete herself. Oh my gosh.
But I think I know what musicians are like and Rusty is a friend of mine, but I know like they can be flaky. So although it's provisional Friday 10 p.m, it might not be Friday 10. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm preempting. I did actually announce it on the radio today, so I'm kind of hoping that will pin them down a little bit.
There you go.
A flaky musician?
Oh,
yeah. So, but I'm looking forward to it because it's not going to be
a drummer.
Yes, he used to be a drummer for the Rich Kids before he was a DJ. Absolutely, a drummer. Yep. But the thing is that
my son's a drummer.
It's not going to be an interview. It's going to be like, I'll be chatting to him and then he'll just fly. Like, he likes to talk, which is going to be awesome. And that's why I don't want to do it for the radio, because if I do it for the radio, I've then got to narrow it down to a 2-hour. I've got to cut some of the things out that he wants to say. And I don't want to do that. I want him to say everything, and I want to not have to cut any of that down. So this will be interesting. I don't think it'll, like, I was originally thinking we'll do the group music thing afterwards, but I think it'll go on for a while. I mean, look at this broadcast, 5 hours. You know what my broadcasts are like. They just ramble on.
They always feel like 5 hours, even if they're not.
How did you people get in my room?
Wake up, CS. It's
oh
real.
My goodness.
This isn't a dream.
Oh,
well, tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then how would you guys feel about a small, like, group chat on Twitter so that we can rotate this hostership and expand this group?
I think getting more people to host it is a brilliant idea, but I did say to you, I think it's unfair to expect people to host it immediately without them actually having been in the chat.
Of course not.
So I would love Doug and Ali to, take part in hosting it. I would love Jim to do it. I'd love CS to do it. They're all music heads. I would even love Ian to do it as well because he's into his music as well. But I feel like unless folk have actually been in and had a chat, it's not fair to expect them to host it straight off.
I know. I just wanted to open it. I just wanted to open the idea. It's just a brainstorm.
The more the merrier. At the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, it's like a book club, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a book club style. We rotate it as much as possible. And the whole reason for suggesting that was so that it isn't just one person that's worried about, because you're often worried about your sound and your, playing music or whatever. And it's not fair for one person to take that on every week. So the whole point in rotating it is to lighten the load. The more people that are involved, the better, as far as I'm concerned.
I love it. So I will see you guys in the Stuff and Things and tomorrow. And I'm trying to get out of here, but notifications keep dropping down, and I can't. There it is. I'm like, there it is.
Gotta get his glasses on.
Where's the button?
Have a good night's sleep when the time comes.
Good night, you guys.
Good night,
That's
Michelle.
what he said.
Good night, Michelle.
Bye, guys. Oh my word! What kind of a broadcast is this?
Michelle?
Yes, sir.
Did she go?
No, I'm hovering over the lead.
She's working on it. She's working on it.
Still here.
Oh my gosh.
My fingers here.
Spit it out, man. What is it you're going to say?
Oh my gosh.
We're all waiting on the edge of our seats to find out what Rev's going to say.
What's he gonna say?
What am I going to say about what?
I don't
You
know.
said Michelle, and then you said, is she still here? And we're waiting
Oh,
to see
yeah.
what
I was just going to uninvite her if she was having problems.
Oh, I
no,
thought.
she's fine.
Okay, maybe he's gonna say something about me while I'm gone.
I thought he was going to ask you something before you left.
Oh, I said I'll see you today.
The notifications keep dropping down. All right, bye.
See ya.
Yes.
Here she goes.
Poof, she went.
Yes.
Ho
Hi,
hum.
Patty. Patty's
Oh,
in the chat.
that was
Hi,
a good
Patty.
laugh.
I saw while Michelle was signing off, my friend Joe came in. Joe
noticed
Spark Arts over there came in to say hello. Guys, Joe, this is like the pillars of the community all congregated into one little room here.
Would
It's quite a treat.
would Joe like to come in for a chat, or is he happy in the cheap
I'm
seat?
not sure. Sometimes he draws at night and he
Well,
listens.
let me give me the
so
word, and you're
creative.
welcome to come in if you want to. There's no pressure.
He's an art buddy too, so he would totally enjoy all the goodness in the community, and he loves music. He creates. He's a masterful keyboardist. Does all sorts of good stuff too. He would
There's nothing quite like like
he would
piling
fit
pressure
right
on.
in.
You've bestowed a lot of
Guy.
powers on us, Badges, by calling us what you did. So I'm going to
You
call
are.
this
You're the
meeting
pillar
to
of the
order. I'm going to call this meeting to order. Do I have a second?
The pressure's on.
Meeting
Anybody
to
get a
order.
second?
Second.
Okay, there we go.
Boom boom.
So what we're going to do is we're going to be the arbitrator of HAPS. If you have a complaint, if you have an issue, if you have a problem, we'll come talk about it right here. We'll make the final decision. So no, I don't know. What are we going to do with all this power, Badges?
If you come in here and start talking about it, we'll all just have a laugh, make some smutty jokes.
Very good.
Move along.
At this time of the night, smutty jokes are like given. I don't think you have to announce them anymore. Do
This
you?
is being
Absolutely.
erased, right?
Probably not.
I'm taking
I'm fine.
screen grabs I can
Nobody.
now.
I mean, Helen, I don't feel bad if I don't.
I think I need to do a refresh. I'll be right
If
back.
I hit the don't put on my feed button, but I mean,
That's fine, obviously.
yeah.
That's not a problem. To be honest with you, I tend to not delete anything because it just is what it is. I'm not trying to monetize anything. I don't care about, like whether somebody in the chat, was smoking and it might upset monetize it. I don't care. So
Yeah.
the conversation was the conversation. That's how it went. That's what we're all like. We're showing our true personalities. We are what we are. Other people don't like it. Tough titty. They don't have to watch it. They can fuck off. So I tend to not.
She's
delete things
dropping
unless
the hammer down. over
unless
there.
something
Goodness.
specific has happened which requires, usually if something, and it hasn't happened on here thankfully, but I used to delete Periscope if something personal was mentioned about my kids or whatever. That's when it would get deleted.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing that I'm like. Everything else I don't care. People know that I'm sweary. People know that I'm to the point. They
Helen
like
is
it or lump
Helen.
it. Yeah, no.
Helen is Helen.
Yeah, no.
I have no fucking problem if you fucking swear. Do you not sleep, Rev?
No.
You don't.
No, he does
Sleep
not.
for
and,
pussy.
I do need to go to sleep. I appreciate the.
Me too.
Yeah. It's Friday. At least I don't have.
Oh, now we're starting the I need the sleep rounds.
What is sleep though?
Well, what time is it there? What time is it there, guys? Like, it must be getting late as well.
1
It's
a.m.
almost 1.
1 a.m.
1.
All right,
12.
okay.
Central
Middle
time.
Middle of the day for you, Helen.
That's forgivable. You know what I mean? That's all right. I can let you off with that. If you are tired and you are a bunch of lightweights and you can't fucking take the pace and you've got no stamina, that's
Hey, I've got another hour in me.
Hey, you know.
I got another hour. Let's do
you
this.
can stay with me. That's fine. I'll have another cup of tea. And we'll just do our thing.
That's fine. I started this with you. We can finish it.
Well, I mean,
Lads, I'm only joking. If you are tired, for God's sake, you don't have to hang around. It's absolutely fine. Like, there's no pressure.
You just have to work up your tolerance. It's okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel you. I was in the kitchen 2 days ago, and I almost blacked out.
Oh my gosh.
I was so freaking tired. Like I have been
Rev.
up for like 3 weeks, and I mean I've been averaging maybe 2 hours of sleep a night for like 3 weeks.
Oh no.
So I did get some sleep. I'm going to get some more sleep this weekend. So
I'm much the same, and it was even worse with this. Like when I had that massive
Jameson,
issue with the
that usually calls
sciatica, just there was no sleep at all. It was just I was awake the whole time, and I look like a zombie now. But when I was at the peak of the pain at that time, I was just a total zombie. Like I just.
Well, I will say that
take care of yourselves.
the show,
Please take care of
the
yourselves.
week of shows that I had last week, which were just each one of them were absolutely joy and fantastic. It took 2 weeks of not sleeping, more or less, to put that together. So I won't be able to do that every week, but I am going to go to bed. I got to say, I've been on here since, a lot. People say I'm on here a lot, and I'm like, I'm not on here a lot, am I? Yeah, I am on here a lot. So
it adds up really fast. It's like a blink of an eye.
And the thing about that is it started with a phone call with somebody from the platform for an hour and a half before that. So I've actually been doing that stuff since like 9 a.m. And
it's a full-time job.
I'm going to bed, but I had a lot of fun in everybody's show. Jim, what a blast. Issa,
that was awesome.
Oh my God, she's awesome. That was so fun. Of course, Serena singing. I'm glad you recorded that because I know it's hard for her to stay up. All that was fun.
Yeah.
All of it's fun. And I'm not going to rate one thing or other, but I'm just going to say I'm fucking glad I landed here tonight because this was a whole hell of a lot of fun. And I appreciate and love all of you.
And
we appreciate and love you too, Rev.
Open invitation anytime.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah, for sure. Anytime you guys need anything, ask Jim. Obviously.
I'm his agent. I'm his agent.
Right. Go get some sleep.
All right.
Yes.
I'll
rest. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you, Rev.
Good night, man.
All right. Stay. Bye.
Today, tomorrow. It's not tomorrow until I wake up.
I'm saying the night, but it's like 7 a.m.
Yeah.
You're a trooper. I don't know how you do that, Helen.
I don't either. It'll hit me later when I'm out shopping with my mum. I'll be sitting in the car park like I'm supposed to be driving the car.
You'll just hit that brick wall. You'll be like, I need to sleep now.
Hopefully not a literal brick wall. That would be bad.
What is this? What are we seeing? Is that a VCR?
Oh,
what is this?
Oh, not just any VCR.
Hang on.
This is one that plugs into a computer.
Oh,
and I've been dubbing off VHS tapes. Last night, I actually did a couple of Elton John. Did one Elton John concert.
Sorry, Professor.
Oh, back again.
Show us again. Sorry.
Look at that.
Yeah. Ion slapped this thing together. It is a VCR to PC, is what its official name is.
Wow.
Awesome.
I've never seen
this
such
way.
a
Swish.
So, I've been
stuff.
So I actually was dubbing a video cassette from 1991, and I came across a few interesting tidbits on there. Number one was a Maury Povich show from his first year on the air. So he's been on 30 years. Can you believe that?
You are not the father.
It was so sedate. The show I watched, the subject matter was a gal who wore her skirts too short. That was the big thing in 1991. And the other story was about a beauty contestant who felt that she won and she wasn't awarded. So the runners up and everybody was sitting on stage talking about it.
And they scandalous.
Right, yeah, and they happened to be 4 black women, and none of them jumped on the couch crying, which was like the total mind blow of the whole thing. Because normally, when you are not the father, the one gets up.
It's dramatic. It's over dramatic.
They
Yeah.
went to the green room crying.
It's very Jerry Springer.
Oh yeah,
Exactly. And I also came across an episode of, or at least the first part of an episode from David Letterman when he was on NBC. From November of 1990, where Deborah Winger was his host, or his hostess. Yeah, he was hosting Deborah Winger, and the whole monologue, and he's talking about how he set his VCR, and you're just like dying of laughter. You're like, oh man, this is comedy gold. He's making VCR jokes.
Oh gosh.
VCR
and of course,
Plus,
Oh, what was that?
VCR Plus was big back then. The 6-digit code.
So there was that end of it. And then there's a few other things like the actual Elton John footage. One was a David Frost interview from 1991, how he was talking about, it was the year Sacrifice was out. And he was, the interview almost sounded like the movie Rocket Man, that he based the movie off of that interview, because the lineage of stuff that happened and what he talked about was almost in simpatico perfectly. You almost wonder that the screenwriter saw that interview like, okay, here you go.
Yeah, probably.
That's probably how it worked.
And then the other one was a special thing for the Disney Channel way back when, in 1995, I'm thinking it was. And there was a night at him at the Greek Theater in LA. And that's the kind of stuff that I actually buy tapes out of the bins at Goodwill. And
wait a minute. I need to see that bigger. Wait a wee second. I need to do. Where's my map?
There we go. Ooh, I'm on the bad camera. Let me put it on the good camera.
You recorded it.
Yeah. So somebody actually took the time to record it onto it, and he wrote on the thing there what it was. Let me hold still long enough to where it gets better. Elton John.
Something David Frost.
Yep. 1991.
Very good. BASF as well. Do you remember Scotch tapes?
Oh, of course.
Re-record, not fade away. Re-record, not fade away.
BASF, Memorex, Fuji, XL.
Yeah, Memorex and TDK were the best.
TDKs were the best. There's 90 Mach 2s.
Yep.
Metal oxide.
Hey, TDK.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
So,
now you're talking.
Right. So I've been a dubbing maniac. So I will warn you guys, on upcoming shows, you will be treated with commercials from non-existent entities. Coming up soon, you'll be seeing spots for good guys, Payless shoes, a PB Max commercial.
Awesome.
The old candy bar. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, good. I love
the good
those.
stuff.
Yeah.
Love
the PB Max bars.
Obviously, that means I don't know what that is. So that must be an American thing.
It's an American thing,
It must be an American thing.
That
makes
like
it
a Mars
more
bar is
fascinating.
pretty universal.
Oh, remember Mars bars or marathon bars?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, marathons before there were Snickers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
They
love
had all
me a
the
good
chocolate
Snickers.
bubbles in them, right?
It was Aero.
Mhm.
Aero had
Ooh.
chocolate bubbles in.
Yep.
Oh, what was
the
the
best part.
bubbles in it?
Aero bars, right?
Aeros.
Aero in the States, it was Chocorific. Nestle's Chocorific.
All right. I used to love mint Aeros.
I don't remember those.
Yep.
Trying to think the one bar that I really miss the most. I mean, there's a few of them.
I know what mine is, and I really wish. And do you know what? I saw a photo from Australia that looks like the same thing, but they've changed the name, and I don't know if it is the same thing. But Cadbury's used to make a thing called Old Jamaica, and it was dark cornflake chocolate with rum and raisin in it. It was dark chocolate rum and raisin. It was so nice, and I remember it as a kid. My mum used to buy it. Can't get it anywhere. It's obviously been discontinued, but it looks like something similar by Cadbury has been rebranded in Australia, except Australia's on the different planet, so that's not very helpful.
Amazon.uk.
Yeah, no, I don't know if it's a thing. Old Jamaica's still a thing, but it was so nice when I was a kid. Rum and raisin.
I know the one I really missed. It was about 10, 15 years ago. that the Three Musketeers bar, they made a mint version of it. And
I remember that. That was so yummy.
Those were
Yeah.
So what's Three Musketeers? What is that? Describe it. I've never heard of that.
What's the inner? It's not nougat, is it?
Yeah, nougat.
Yeah.
100% nougat wrapped in chocolate.
Good.
That sounds nice.
With a mint hint of mint.
It almost it doesn't remind me of nougat. It's almost like it's fluffier than nougat, but it's not like it's not marshmallow. It's like something fluffier than that.
Almost like a Milky Way.
Well, yeah, Milky Way has the caramel at the top there, right?
Yeah, it's got the caramel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the best part.
Dun, dun,
Yummy stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the good stuff there. To me, the taste of chocolate has changed here. I don't know if it's the high fructose corn syrup, or it just doesn't have that satisfying taste. Everything now has almost like an oily texture that you bite, you eat it.
You do delis or
palm
Lindy's.
oil.
You have to do a high-end chocolate to get that real non-fructose corn syrup taste.
Oh yeah, the lint truffles. Ooh.
Yep.
Now, do they have Aldi in America?
Yes, they do.
Okay. Aldi do. I can't remember what it's called, but it's dark chocolate, right? With orange and almonds, and it looks like a big lint bar, but actually it's 5 little bars inside it.
Yeah,
it is divine. It's so lovely. It's even nicer than lint chocolate, but I don't know if you like dark chocolate, but this is so nice.
Oh my!
I wouldn't get it because it's in Aldi. Although we shouldn't. Neither of us should be buying it, but. I'm just throwing it out there that there's a thing. But the good thing about it is because they're little bars, right? You open a bar and it's not like opening a big bar and then feeling tempted to eat a whole big bar. Because they're little bars, you have your little tasty and then that's it. Like it's enough just to taste it, you know?
Right. So I fell a little off the wagon today and I seen a few little Dove nugget things there.
Oh, there you go.
And I threw one in and the milk chocolate one. Oh my God. It's like somebody took a bag of sugar and just crammed it in my mouth.
You've obviously not, but I'm not being funny. I can see a difference in you're slim. You look like you've slimmed down your face. I don't know if it's the camera angle or if it's because you've been working really hard, but I can see a difference in your face. And that's only been a week.
Already?
I was going to say it's only been a week. I don't know what you've been doing, but you've put me to shame. I'll need to up my game.
Well, thank you. I think it's called a shave and a haircut.
Is that what it is? Is that what it is?
Haircut. 2 bits. Well, today was a game day, so I can't go in, grubby on a game day. So I have to look good for my fans. So even though I'm wearing a mask the whole time. I actually had one of my fellow coworkers say, "Man, I never noticed how pretty your eyes were." I'm like, "What is going on today? Everybody's." I'm like, "I'm not doing anything different. I just
giving off the vibes, Prof. That's what it is."
I don't know what it is.
Pheromones.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I did use the Nivea aftershave today there, so maybe that's it.
That's what it is.
Yeah, the secret weapon. Yeah. But Tammy actually has when she worked for Enterprise Rental Cars, she used to have a lot of high rollers coming because she worked at the private airport here in Phoenix. And there was a buyer from Dillard's who bestowed upon us a bunch of perfumes and colognes and this Armani stuff, the Giorgio. Oh man, it's I love the smell of it. It's good. That's my secret weapon.
It's funny. I like the smell of aftershave, but I can't stand the smell of perfume. See, if I walk into like a department store or a Boots or I walk through it, I start sneezing all over the place. Like it just irritates my nostrils. So strange. Hello, Joe.
Hi, guys. This is Joe. He's my brother from another mother.
Hey, Joe.
What's going on, guys?
Joe.
How you doing?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Joe, this is the infamous CS that I've told you all the good things about, and you've already met the lovely Helen. And then, of course, we have Jim Chicago down here. He does lots of fun shows, too. And the professor rocking all the good music.
Like the music.
The
guru.
Throwback retro stuff, too. Oh, my gosh. Super talented group here.
Nice.
Been loving it.
There's nothing that the professor doesn't know about music. He's your music man.
Well, I do
Happy
put
to
an
be here.
asterisk on there up until about the mid 80s. From 55 to 85, I'm lights out. After 85, it's spotty. I won't lie to you.
That's awesome.
So what's
I do
happening?
have to go to bed though. I have to be up at 6:30, and it's
Oh,
really
that's
15.
Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for the chin
for
wag.
having us, Helen.
Hopefully,
Jim?
hopefully you'll be able to pop in tomorrow when we're doing our music-y thing. And
Cool. Yeah, I'll try
Good.
to.
What I gotta ask? What part of Chicago?
I'm in the northwest suburbs.
Are you near Logan Square?
No. Although there are great restaurants, Logan's. I'm in the suburbs, so I'm literally out towards. If you go towards like Hoffman Estates, Barrington, Palatine, that area.
I lived in Chicago for a while, so.
Oh, you did? Nice. What part of the city? You're in the city, or
Logan Square?
Logan Square. Oh my God. Do you ever go to a place called the? Oh God, what was it called? It was on Logan Boulevard and Milwaukee Avenue.
Was it a bar?
Restaurant. Great Mexican place. And it was.
I probably have been there. Yeah.
God.
I worked off of West Briar and Halstead. That neck of the woods. So I would commute down there.
Oh, so you're like in Lakeview. You worked in
Lakeview, yeah, North
yeah,
Lakeview
so
area.
Right near Shamrock Club and all of
Yeah,
that. Halstead and Fullerton. Yeah, my nephew had a place right on that intersection. They had a rooftop place.
It's so cool. I love that side of town. It's so many good little places to eat and stuff like that. But I worked in a theater there off of Halstead, on the corner of Halstead and.
Was that a Noyes Theater? Or
no, it was the Briar Street Theater.
Briar Street, yeah, okay. I went to Columbia College, so that's why I kind of know those places.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice. And then you escaped from Chicago. Was it the weather?
No. I bounced around. I worked for the Blue Man Group. So
you did?
once I got done with Chicago, I moved on to Orlando.
You fell in love with a girl.
Nice. Fell in love with a girl, got married.
Give me a bucket, quick.
No, as sappy as it sounds, it truly is an amazing story. So
they pay tax down there either, so that's the other upside.
Oh, it's fantastic here
in
Florida.
Chicago. You're paying out the yazoo for tax.
Oh, I know all about it.
For the city, but in Illinois in general,
they tax you every time you flush the damn toilet up there.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah,
and you get nothing in return. It's all a one-way street and
nothing.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't flush right, you will get something in return.
Oh yeah,
this is true. This is true.
That's when your experience becomes interactive.
Yes, this is the 4D experience.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Next time I'm in Chi-Town, I go up to Chi-Town about every couple years. I was just actually there last year celebrating my 40th.
Oh, awesome.
I with the company before Blue Man Group filed bankruptcy because of COVID. But I'm in and out every once in a while.
Yeah, it would be fun to get a bunch of you guys in the city here.
Oh, heck yeah.
If you're ever in town. I mean, there's still people from Periscope who have made the transition here to HAPS that are still around. I know Rada Moore.
Rada and Yassine.
Yeah.
We know them from Blab days.
Oh, yeah.
The twins.
He stayed in Chicago, but it was during COVID, and I couldn't get down there. I was pretty much sequestered to my home here and everything, and I couldn't get down to the city. But he says next time he comes up, I'm like, I'm buying you a pizza. I don't care.
Awesome.
So I'll take him over to D'Agostino's over in Wrigleyville, over on Addison and Southport. Give him some
Wrigleyville, baby.
Crust and have some fun. And maybe Elmhurst Brewing Company if he's lucky. So
some good stuff. You're making me hungry already, man.
Mm-hmm.
But there's great eats in Orlando. If you like steak, you go to Celebration. You go to Charlie's
Columbia.
Steakhouse.
Oh, Charlie's, yes.
Charlie's is my favorite.
Been there many times.
Touristy, but very good.
Touristy, but amazing.
It really is a small world, though, isn't it? Like, isn't that strange? Go into a room and, like, you know, all these same places. It really is a small world.
Big ass steaks.
Yeah, Charlie's has amazing steaks, and right beside it is one of my favorite places too. Is the Kobe Steakhouse, which is
Oh yeah,
like a really good Japanese hibachi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking my language right now.
192
gonna start growling again.
Is that on the main drag that kind of goes parallels along the 4 in Orlando?
It's Kissimmee. It's 192.
192. That's what
so
okay.
It would be. That would probably be the midway point of 192.
Okay,
there's like a south one. Yeah.
Over there.
Well, there's. It's changed so much now. There's several targets on 192
Oh
now.
crap!
It just in the past 8 years since I've lived here, it's so crazy how.
Really, I've been in there since 2011.
Now there is a really bad part of 192 that's up towards where Orange Blossom Trail connects in. You don't want to be.
That's the pawn shop area.
Well, yeah, and that's a really bad part of town.
Yeah, there's some pawn shops and some transient little establishment,
That's a very nice way to say it. I would have said it totally different.
I just heard Helen's alarm. It's a time for Helen to wake up.
Yeah, it's 7:15 now.
Holy crap!
It's time for breakfast.
That's right. Spotted dick for breakfast. Let's go.
Oh my god!
Kinky devil.
Spotted dick, as Doug and Ellie say. Spotted dick.
Spotted dick, eh?
I got some spotted dick.
Doug and Ellie's British accents are hilarious.
Show you some spotted dick.
Love those guys. All right,
put
I'm
some
going to
butter
bed.
on it.
Right.
All right. Good night, Jim.
Everybody, have a magnificent evening.
Lovely to see you.
You too.
I'll jump on tomorrow, Helen. I will.
Good stuff. Cool.
All right, guys. Cheers, everybody. See ya.
Stay warm.
Good night, everybody. Night, Professor. Good night, everyone. Take care. See ya.
Joe, are you doodling over there?
Oh yeah, I'm always doing something.
He's got it.
Guys, I'm gonna bounce as well. I just got a text about some pizza, so I'm gonna go chow.
Enjoy your pizza, sir.
Yeah, it was a pleasure chatting with you all in real time. Finally,
It is an
instead
honor
of
to
reading
finally-
text and then talk and back and forth.
Yes.
Like very cool. Let's do this again for sure.
I am incredibly blessed.
I'm glad you came in. Like I say, we'll be doing the music thing tomorrow, so if you're around, again, open invitation if you're
awesome.
Yes.
Cool.
Awesome. Yeah, for sure.
Enjoy your pizza.
All right. Yeah, I will.
Have a good one, Mr.
Enjoy your night. Yeah, pleasure meeting you all. All right, good night, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Of course, I get in and everybody starts bouncing.
No, to be fair, they had already said they were wanting to bounce before you came in. I think they stuck around a little bit longer.
True.
Yeah. Just to say hi.
Oh, good.
I won't be on for much longer myself because I probably should try and attempt some kind of form of sleep, but I'm wide awake. Like I'm not ready. I'm maybe make another cup
We've
of
been
tea.
live for how long now? Yeah. It's been a minute.
5.5 hours ish.
Yes, ma'am.
God.
5.5.
Yeah, you picked tonight, the one night I'm working. This is the only time I've worked in the last 2 weeks, and you would pick tonight to throw the mother of all parties.
I'm sorry, bud.
It's been such a good evening.
It's because my radio shows a Thursday, and I come on after it. That's
I know, and this is the one Thursday that I wasn't here.
I'm sorry, pal, but you're here now.
You're here now.
But I'm also fading fast.
You got to be a part of it.
Oh man.
Yeah, but I have the bounce back tomorrow for our show.
Yeah.
And as well as Saturday for my other. I might even do it tomorrow. I'm vacillating between tomorrow and Saturday whether to do
more
the negatives
stuff. Oh, excellent!
I just love the fact you used the word vacillating. That's so fun. You had me at vacillate, sir.
Well, he is the professor. He has to use the big words.
No, I totally get it, and it's understandable and very plausible.
Yeah, thank you. It's a beautiful
cohesive connotations.
Well, put it this way, the whole broadcast has been smutty and full of innuendo and double entendres. So what's another one?
They're the best. They're the best.
Exactly.
Double entendre.
Mm-hmm.
So who started the double entendres?
Well,
probably both of us.
I was going to say we're equally as filthy.
It just
nice.
It just bounces around the room whenever we're both on cam. It just happens.
I'm surprised Michelle hung in there as long as she did, because I mean, when I played the smutty songs, it was.
I don't think she was planning on coming up at all. And I think because CS had come in, I think she felt like she wanted to come in and chat, art or whatever, because I think she was originally just wanting to sort of chill in the cheap seats. But I'm glad she came up. It's been a nice group. It's been a nice group of people. It's cool.
Oh yeah, this is the biggest party I've seen thrown in a while.
So does Hapsa
naturally.
let you do full-on radio shows here, or how does that work?
Oh no, I have a show on a station, like a radio station.
Yeah, I know you work on a station, but like, can you like do a full radio show here without?
I guess you could.
Yeah,
I would be apprehensive just from the viewpoint of
the copyright.
A lot of
stuff.
talk. Yeah, there's been a lot of talk, scaremongering people about copyright and reporting and all this kind of nonsense. I mean, obviously, theoretically, if you don't multicast to somewhere else, which is going to, mute you or copyright
like Facebook or YouTube or
then
whatever.
you should be fine. But there are a couple of arseholes on here that seem to have taken it upon themselves that they're the arbitrators. They're fucking suddenly the copyright police. I don't know what their problem is.
Oh boy!
But they're threatening to report people or whatever. So, I mean, I broadcast for 5.5 years or more on Periscope. I never had a single copyright strike. So, as far as I know, I think Haps are trying to adopt the same policy, but you've always got some arsehole that will threaten to report you.
Only reason I asked, I used to be a radio disc jockey myself for 8 years, and I just love, being behind the microphone and everything that goes along with that. And so I was just curious what the
at the end of the day,
is.
there's nothing stopping you doing it. And then if you
Joe,
get a
you helped
warning
me
or whatever,
fall in love with being
Lindsay?
behind you helped me fall in love with being behind the microphone and to find my confidence and my comfort being on camera, and you were a big part of that.
You got to make love to the microphone, baby. You know what I'm saying?
This might be this might be time for me to make a cup of tea. Maybe
it might be. So, Joe, I have yet to break the cherry per se on my channel, and so I feel like maybe you should be a part of that broadcast whenever that happens. I haven't scheduled it yet, though.
Well, as long as you keep letting me know where you're at, I'll keep showing up.
Absolutely, sir. Speaking of things to show up for, I know it's a little bit early in the afternoon on Sunday, but they are saying that there's kind of a community come and make your art day, whether it be a craft or drawing or painting
Sunday?
or whatever. Sunday afternoon. I think it's going to be around 1-ish my time, so 2 your time.
That's usually coitus time.
After coitus is cleaned up, I'm sure there'll still be people around. There, as you can tell, we don't do short shows.
Okay, we usually don't clean up. We just let the dogs do all that. So.
That's cool. That's cool. I'm just telling you that's happening. So, if I'm available at that time to hop in and play, I will send you the link and let you know that that's going on as well.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because I know you like to be amongst the creatives.
I'm supposed to be doing a radio show with my guys.
Oh, you're
on the Battle podcast. No, Battle podcast.
Yes.
Because we're not going to be able to record on Friday because 2 of our dudes are going to be out on a little mini weekend vacay. So we're thinking about getting together on Sunday night over at the studio. So if that happens, because we pushed PopX.
Right, we pushed it to Monday.
Monday because of
we podcast too, by the way, for anybody that's listening. We do that on the side occasionally every bi-weekly.
PopXcast.com.
That's right.
Oh, what was that again? Which
POPX
Yep.
CAST.com.
Okay.
Yeah. So me and Lindsay's been my co-host from the beginning.
Yes,
of that show,
we kind of built that baby from the ground up a long time ago, and it's still going strong. I love it.
Yeah,
it's a fun project. So.
Wow, I mean, the explosion of podcasting has just been. How do you winnow through the amount of material that's out there? I mean, I guess
I have a niche podcast. I mean, it's just. We talk about comics and that kind of stuff, and we already know what we're talking about. So, I mean, right there is half the battle of even getting the show off the ground,
True.
So, but yeah, I mean, I've been doing podcasts for a long time, and So this one's particularly we've been doing since 2016.
Yeah.
My dog is snoring next to
In a
me.
minute. Aw.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good. We have a lot of fun on that show too, and I think that's why we keep showing up. Because it's not for we don't get paid to do it. It's for fun. It's a passion project. It's talking about the things that we love and the things from our childhood that have made us the people that we are today. And we just get down and nerdy, and people show up and listen to us, and it's amazing.
Nice.
It's magical, and it's a heck of a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a really good production.
How many times have you been to Comic-Con, Joe? Brandon is asking in the chat.
Well, Comic-Con is in New York, but MegaCon is in Orlando. And so I've been to MegaCon. Well, San Diego Comic-Con's in San Diego. Then there's New York Comic-Con, which is in New York. But here in Florida, we have MegaCon. And so I've been to 6 since I've lived in Florida.
One of which you got to meet the man, the myth, the legend.
Stan Lee, yep. The picture's hanging on my wall right here.
Yeah.
Wow.
I could show you guys my room. Here, let me show you.
Oh,
Really
that's
cool.
here. Let me make you the star of the show for a second here.
All right.
Yes.
Let me know when you're ready.
We're gonna do a show and tell.
I timed that well.
You did.
Oh.
He's got a couple of things.
Looking
Yeah.
Just lying around.
Wow, a DC and Marvel buff. Impressive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then, am I sideways? Which way do I need to be? Do I need to be up and
There you
down or
go.
side?
That's good.
Okay. Let's see here.
How you liking the new TV?
It's freaking awesome.
I bet.
Don't snap it. Don't snap it.
Oh, he can put his hand in it and make the fingers move and stuff, and it makes sounds, and it's crazy.
So I don't exactly know where this camera is looking because the chat. There's no way to hide the chat here.
Well, we're seeing the Hulk.
Oh, wait a minute.
Gray
I
Hulk
can
and the Green Hulk.
Okay. So at the center is okay. I got
Yeah,
you.
the middle.
Okay.
There
he is.
Nice.
I was it's a crotch. We're getting a crotch shot there.
Pull it back just a little bit.
Lou Ferrigno. All
There
right.
you go.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I'm learning here. You know.
It's a little wonky. The Hulk army
Hulk
all back in their
smash.
place, led by
Hulk
Grogu.
Hulk is a huge part of me being who I am, and I can explain that at some point. Here, I'll pull out, and you guys can see the
Yes.
scale.
Right. That's what she said.
I told you that'll be Sunday night.
Yep.
So, and then I've got these are the unsorted. So these are my current subs that I'm reading. All these on the top, but I've got 4 boxes there, and then 4 more boxes there, all bagged and boarded of comics.
Nice.
So
Wow.
little bit of a nerd. I mean, you can't have a comic man cave without comics, right?
That's
Yeah.
right.
Now the professor's going to show off his collection.
And then we have the most precious thing.
There you go.
You sleepy puppy, all snuggled up.
Hi,
Much
honey.
cuteness.
What's up, baby?
Where's Little Bit at?
She's sleeping in the kitchen. There's a bed in the kitchen.
Aw.
Daddy loves you.
Oh, so
Yes,
sweet.
he does. All right.
Too cute.
So that's it's so big in the room here that it actually has its own Instagram page. So
Nice.
at Comic Man Cave. So as I'm adding things, I describe them and I'll talk about them and things like that. So it's pretty rad.
That's cool.
So yeah.
Sorry, I'm just slurping down the microphone. I just made myself a cup of tea.
And it's such a just weird thing that I could have easily gone down the comic collecting route. Growing up, my oldest brother was a insane collector of comics. I mean, he had every issue of every Marvel comic book, and this is no exaggeration. I mean, he had them all the way up until about 1971. So from the early origins all the way up to 71. Then what happened was my mother actually attacked a guy she was dating at the time with a meat cleaver during an argument.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
We had to leave in the middle of the night and left all the comic books and everything behind because we had to haul ass out of there. And the comics.
Leave it to Cleaver.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah. My mom worked at a meat market, so apparently this guy was fooling around. He tried to talk, quote unquote, talk some sense into her, put his hands on her, tried to shake some sense into her, and she was like, meat
I'm not fucking having
cleaver,
this.
man, cleaver.
Holy cow.
Wow.
So anyway, it was I grew up, most of my childhood was reading the Marvel classics there. Avengers, Spidey,
Oh yeah.
Thor, we had them, we had tons of them. Hulk. Yeah.
a lot of my collection, aside from some of the current stuff I'm reading, which is a couple of boxes, but a lot of it's 70s, 80s, and early to mid 90s.
Right.
And when I got into college is when I kind of had to start saving money because, you know, a hashtag adulting. And so I had to, you know, scraping ramen and stuff like that, trying to go through college. And but when I got married, and about probably 5 or 6 years into that, my wife was like, why don't you get back to reading comics, because you have so much of this stuff and you've got so many collectibles, and I know it brings you a lot of happiness. And I'm like, well, I don't if you're really going to let me go down that road, then I really have to go down that road, and I need a room. And she's like, okay. She's like, you have a room. I'm like, are you sure? I said, because when I go all in, I'm going to go all in. She's like,
Joe's wife is amazing.
Yeah, she's pretty awesome. So this is like, for me, this room is like a time capsule to the life. Pretty much a life that has brought me a lot of happiness and joy, despite a lot of health circumstances that I've had to face in my life. So comics was for me a way of escape from living with some pretty hard shit that I had to grow up with. You know, I was born a hemophiliac, and so it's been a very hard road. And so comics, you know, reading comics, Bruce Banner and all that is, for me, was an amazing way to get away from it all.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I was trying to mute it real quick because Tammy was asking me a question, but
no, you're fine, man.
We're not disturbing her, are we? She's trying to sleep.
Oh, she was asking if she was snoring, and that was a trademark of our early shows on Periscope, where I at the time was working for Enterprise overnight, and in my days off, I would do broadcasts all night long just to stay awake. So I would go on at like 10 o'clock at night and stay on to about 6 in the morning. And then in the background, you'd hear Tammy snoring away, you know, and they're like,
I didn't hear any snoring, and snoring's fine. It's when she starts dribbling and drooling down her chin. That's when we've got to worry.
Oh, boy.
Well, it gets a little carried away. I just end up topping her off, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, that's all good.
Oh, my.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. But get back into the comic thing. Yeah. I mean, we've had some really good ones there. One that comes to mind is when, you know, the hate monger is Adolf Hitler. That was like the crazy turn in one of the Fantastic Fours. And you're like, whoa, they put that in the comics back in the day. You're like, well, that's pretty nutty.
Yeah, there's some really good stuff I'm reading right now. They've taken the Incredible Hulk character and kind of made it very dark. And so they are, it's almost like Frankenstein, the way that they've rewritten it and they're doing it. It's really awesome. And so the artwork today is just freaking spectacular. Like, you got the Alex Ross and the Thing hanging out in the city diner together, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I'm in the floor, Lindsay. You know what's coming.
Oh yeah, baby.
But
that's for later, Helen. Not right now.
Okay, I was going to say. I was like, I can't. Yeah.
I sent her a note for her to read later after she signs off, so it's fine.
Oh, okay.
So, but it comes across the phone so quick. I'm like, what?
I know. Helen uses her phone as her camera, so she can't check messages and stuff. So I send her little love notes while she's broadcasting, and she can see them later.
That's awesome.
That'll be the thing. People will just message me absolute nonsense just to see what the reaction is, just because I can't read it.
Oh, well, there's already a gift sitting in there from earlier tonight.
I'll open it up and it'll just be like emojis or like it'll just be like nonsense just to fuck
I'm gonna start doing that now.
I shouldn't have given you that idea.
Here's a classic.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, that's old school
Is
stuff.
that an original Tales of Suspense?
Nice.
It is.
What's
yummy?
Hold on, I got a couple more.
Yeah,
there we go.
Have you got
I got it.
Yeah, cool.
I know how to run this ship.
Woohoo! Thank God somebody
there
else.
was Tales of Suspense, Tales to Astonish. There was.
I'm telling you, I need a badge for just knowing how to run things.
First appearance of
Vision. Yeah, I bet you that's really getting popular with WandaVision.
Vision.
Yeah, that's a beautiful shape too.
Yeah, I did say I was a nerd.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say most of my comics were well read.
The nerd blood runs thick with this dude.
I was trying to see here.
It's a treat.
One. Yeah, I'm not going to dive down too much in this rabbit hole because
it's a little late.
Friggin' night.
You have to save it. You have to give them a taste so they want more.
Yeah.
Yes.
They want you to come back and share all your nerdy goodness with them.
Come back.
Come back.
Yeah. I don't think I can find it at the moment. Oh, yes, I did.
I said, have you done your own broadcast yet? I haven't checked your profile. Like, have you been live yet? Or
Joe and I just played around with it once. I don't even know if he saved it.
Justice League. There you go.
Once or twice.
Is that a 10 center or is that 12 center? How far back does that one go?
People would be very interested in seeing this. Like if you were just to broadcast, just doing that, just showing that they would love it.
Going through the box.
Definitely.
Talking about the issues.
Mm-hmm.
And not to give Joe any more
60 center. Yeah, there you go.
Ego strokes, but he is also a certified comic book historian. So
yeah, comic book code up there in the corner.
Comics Code Authority.
He knows his stuff. That's kind of the fun dynamic that's on our podcast is that Joe has such a fountain of knowledge, and I know absolutely jack diddly. So it's kind of like a coming together in the middle of teaching Lindsay, but also getting an outsider's perspective on a lot of the storylines that are being introduced to the public through the MCU and how they differ from the printed version of those stories. And it's a really unique, nerdy moment whenever you have that come together. In our other co-host, Austin, he's a movie critic. So he has a whole nother angle that he has to bring to the table from the cinematic side. That's cool. It's just a really cool little concoction that we've built. And plus we have Mikey throwing down the graphics on the side too. So it's a really good power team. It's fun. If you like nerdy stuff, that's the place to be. Hey, Yassine's in the house, Joe.
Yes.
I think we all nerd out about different things. Like we all have our geeky thing. My geeky thing happens to be synthesizers. You would expect it to be cameras since I'm a photographer, but it's not. It's
I have 3 synthesizers.
Oh,
Joe's all about the synthesizer.
Yeah, I have well, I mean, they're not like the Moogs or the old school stuff from the 70s, but I have a Roland XP80 workstation, a Korg Triton, and what's the other one? A Yamaha crap. I want to say D90, but that is probably not right. But anyway.
I thought you were going to say something like. I thought you were going to say something like, "Oh, I've got a Jupiter 8, and I've got a Mini Moog, and I've got an old emulator EMU, and I've got all the old."
Well, actually, I use my iPad, so
soft synth.
I can. Yeah. Well, I have a controller, a keyboard controller, and so.
Yeah. That's what, to be honest with you, that's what most of the old musicians that had all of these old analog synthesizers, when they don't tour those analog synthesizers, they use a controller keyboard with soft synths with the same sounds, the same patches. Yep. Nobody's gonna lug that. Nobody's gonna lug a Yamaha CS80 around anymore. They weigh an absolute fucking ton.
Dude, it was the thing about it is those were all solid state back in the day, and they were, instead of using like circuitry components, it was like. Well, some of it was circuitry, but a lot of it was like the old school tubes and stuff like that firing off.
Yep, absolutely. And what they used to do is they used to take 3 of each thing because they were so unreliable touring them. So the actual gear they were lugging around wasn't just like 1 keyboard per person. It was like you had 3 of everything. It was just insanity. Yeah. Anyway. Now I've gone off on my geeky topic. Let's go back to
that is so cool that you see. I can talk synthesizer to you because. As a piano player, but very few people can understand.
But the thing is, we'll bore the fuck out of everybody else. So go back to the comics.
You sure you don't want to talk about arpeggios and looping patterns and stuff like that? I mean, because we could do that all day.
I just love old analog synths. It's just there's just something special about the sound, the warmth.
All right, I got to ask you your favorite synthesize your favorite composer of synth, if you have one. Who would it be?
My favorite composer of synth.
Your top two.
God, that's so difficult. But
because that's going to tell me pretty much where you are. Like,
all right, yeah. Okay. Well, I'll tell you my first love. Okay. My first love were a band called Ultravox. So Billy Currie, Midyear. Obviously, they're also partly responsible for Visage, which would include Chris Payne from Gary Newman's Tubeway Army. Even old school early Ultravox with John Fox at the helm. John Fox is up there. Depeche Mode obviously came slightly later, but I like the earlier stuff. So like early Human League, even early
Depeche
Simple Minds, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Heaven 17.
Wow.
Martin Weir, all that lot. So. OMD.
For me, it'd probably be Vangelis.
Oh yeah, Vangelis. That goes without saying. Jean-Michel Jarre, Kraftwerk.
Vic's in the house. It's okay.
Tangerine Dream.
Tangerine Dream. Do you know what? They did a soundtrack for a film called
Legend.
No, it was a film.
The Keep.
The Keep. That's the one.
I have it.
Nobody knows The Keep, and I'll say like
I know all about The Keep. I have The Keep on
somebody else knows The Keep.
Does anybody feel like this magic connection just happened just now?
Somebody else has heard of The Keep. And also, do you know a film called Starman? It was a John Carpenter film, but it was
Starman. I just watched it. It's got Bridges in it.
That's right. It has Karen Allen and Jeff Bridges, and it was Jack Nietzsche that did the music for it. And John Carpenter usually does his own soundtrack, but he actually had someone else do the soundtrack.
It's funny you say that. I just literally rated John Carpenter's filmography over on my Letterboxd page, and so I went through all of John Carpenter's films from the first one in 1971 all the way through to the most recent one, and I rated like not on terms of score.
So let's talk about scores though, because he did his own scores, right? What's your favorite John Carpenter score?
Holy shit, man, it's not. It'd be a toss up between. Well, obviously you have Halloween, which is so iconic, but you can. I mean, you can easily. I don't want to go easily Halloween. Honestly, there's a thing he did. He released this album 2 years ago. It was called The Unreleased Works of John Carpenter. There's a song on there called The Vortex.
Right.
And particularly, I kind of like that song. But if I'm going to pick one from his filmography, it would probably be Escape from LA is really good. They Live is really good. The Fog is really good. Holy cow, girl. I don't know.
You've got to narrow it down.
Big Trouble in Little China is really good.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Shut up, Lindsay.
Horrible.
Lindsay doesn't know how to appreciate a good 80s movie.
Shall I tell you what mine is? Will that
Sure.
help? Assault on Precinct 13.
God bless America.
I think it sounds 10 years further advanced than it actually was. I think it was 1976, but it sounds like something from the 80s. Like, it's so fucking good.
I'm listening.
That's it. Assault on Precinct 13. Obviously, The Fog was good, and everybody knows Halloween, and obviously, I'm discounting Starman because it was a fantastic score, but he didn't
Starman's great.
He didn't do the music for it, so that doesn't count because that's probably one of my favorite scores of all time.
Starman is available right now to watch for free on Amazon Prime here in the US.
Oh, is it? Well, I know what I'm doing over the weekend.
Yes. So if you have Amazon Prime, I don't know how it is in the UK. I know sometimes they'll do different films for different regions and countries. But Starman was available on Prime.
What am I missing here? Hang on, sorry. There's so much going on the cheap seats. Wait a minute.
Just to catch you up, Vic was just kind of giving us a heads up. If you are a guest in somebody's broadcast and you choose to multicast to your socials, your socials continue to stream, or at least on Twitch, continues to stream even after you've left the broadcast. So if you're wanting the broadcast to end when you leave the room, you have to probably manually end the multicasting before you leave the studio.
Yeah, we knew that already. Or I did. Who is it that's...
Vic is talking about that right now.
You can't guess your stream.
Just to catch you up. I responded to him.
So did you get stuck on someone's... Hang on, Vic.
Raj came into a room.
So Raj is still running. I get it. It's Raj.
Yeah, and it's been 2 hours since he left and it's still going.
Oh, well. It's only Raj's viewers that are going to get pissed off about that or not. And they can stop watching. Do you know what I mean? It's just one of those things.
I don't think that they would get pissed. You would just leave if you don't want to watch it anymore.
That's exactly.
I mean, that's really short of it.
But definitely look up, Helen, The Vortex by John Carpenter. It's on his unreleased works.
I will do. That's actually, do you know what? I'll write it down. I'll do it now.
It's amazing.
I just can't believe somebody else knows The Keep because...
Hello. I have The Keep. And you know what? You know what the format is I have it on?
What?
Laserdisc.
Oh, man. The Vortex, did you say?
The Vortex, John Carpenter. It should be easily found on Spotify.
I'll do it after. Vortex.
Joe, you would really enjoy their music chats that they were talking about earlier before Michelle left. I don't know if you were listening in or not. I assume you were. They have a weekly chat where they just geek out about music for forever until they're done talking about it.
The weird thing is it's all different genres of music. So like the professor's specialty is like 7As and soul
like classic
and
rock kind of
stuff. And Michelle likes like grunge and we all like a vast array of different things, but we've got our own specialist niche kind of things, right? So Michelle's is more kind of like she likes her 70s sort of like grunge kind of that kind of. What would you say, Professor? How would you describe Michelle's?
Well, she likes garage, punk and garage.
Yeah, actually, she likes punk as well. That's true. And then, of course, I'm totally geeky about my late 70s, early 80s post-punk, new wave, synthy, pioneering people. And so it's great. Like we all love music, but we all love different kinds of music, so we all kind of bounce off each other.
Mine would be synthwave.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what that is?
I wouldn't disagree with you.
Okay.
Same. Basically, if it's got a synthesizer in it, there's a good chance I'll like it. Do you know what I mean? That's my thing.
Yeah. Well, I synthwave is kind of like the modern take on the retro 80s, 70s sound.
Mm-hmm. So you'll know bands like FM Attack, FM84,
Gunship.
You know Empathy Test.
Empathy Test. I don't think so.
Check out Empathy Test. Check out.
I have an entire playlist of over 500 songs on Spotify.
Is that all? Only 500.
No, yeah. Well, it's every song that I find that it has that sound that I'm looking for. I add it to this playlist.
What's a playlist?
Sorry, yes. I'm just chuckling to myself because he obviously doesn't realize that my whole mixtape 2-hour show is all synth music.
Yeah.
I've told him about it.
Well, you can lead a horse to water, Badges, but you can't make them drink.
Well, yes.
I bet you after this conversation, he will probably check it out at some point.
I just can't believe there's somebody else who knows the keep. Like, that's impressed me.
Well, I mean, I am a retro 80s enthusiast.
Yeah, but even then, even other 80s retro, like this, like I don't think I've ever come across another person who knows the keep with Tangerine Dream that did the soundtrack for.
I have the soundtrack. I have the actual vinyl.
Fucking bragging.
What's vinyl?
This guy.
Have you seen the professor's collection of vinyl? He's got rooms and rooms and rooms of the stuff. Like he's literally got.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna have to take us on a field trip. I haven't seen this glorious site.
You know, he literally collects thousands upon thousands of.
Maybe not right this very second. I mean, it's kind of late. But
I'm surrounded by it. The angle you have right now is probably even behind me. There is vinyl. So what I'll do is, Helen, if you please.
Yep. Are you not on directors? Hang on. Oh shit!
No,
sorry, I thought I'd already done that. Right, there you go, my friend. There you are.
Okay. Let's see here if I can do this. This thing's. That's what she said. This thing's kind of tight. But if you look around.
Oh my gosh! Look at all
those are all 45s.
Holy shit!
Those are all 45s.
There's so many.
And mugs. And over there, it's part of the movie collection way down the hall there, and books and everything else. Those are 78s who are on that shelf there. And then over here are my LPs.
Wow.
And that's just one room. I have a whole garage full of more. And then behind me, there are some right there without my head in the way. Right there are 45s. That's A through D right there.
Please tell me you have an insurance policy on this room.
I have some of them. I have most of them. I have about $30,000 of insurance on them, but I need a lot more because my biggest issue is that I have to enter them all into Discogs. I'm up to about 18,000 right now, and I haven't touched the LPs or the 12-inch singles yet. That's just the 45s, and that's about 3/4 of the CDs.
It'd be worth to pay somebody to come and do that for you.
Well, I knock it out whenever I buy a collection or something. Cool. So I'm always constantly buying stuff. I mean, it's we live near a Goodwill clearance center, and we love going into the bins there, and we buy about at paperback books at 25 cents. Records, hardback books are 50 cents each. DVDs are 50 cents each. So needless to say, we come home with just buckets and buckets and buckets of stuff. And occasionally people throw away or donate some crazy stuff. Like we found the first appearance of Harley Quinn. That was sitting in the bin and we paid $0.25 for it.
Oh my gosh.
Like, wow. People are stupid. They just donate. They don't look. A matter of fact, earlier today we sold one of the Band 6 Dr. Seuss books. We got $400 for it, just like that.
Wow.
It was nuts.
Those things are going crazy.
Yeah, people are nuts. Yeah, so it's just, and then musically, we buy just tubs of CDs at a time right now because they're cheap. At 50 cents each, it's crazy CD? Not to buy them. You know, that's cheaper than what you're buying single songs for on iTunes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So yeah,
because people don't buy music anymore; they consume it.
Yeah,
and that's we're going to go back off onto my usual rant again. So I don't want to do that.
No, I like copies of stuff because at any time somebody can pull a Thanos. Click their fingers.
You know, I remember my dad bringing home albums like vinyl and stuff like that, or 8-tracks, or whatever was the medium at the time. It was a family event. It wasn't something that you would do. It's like we would all gather around and you would listen to the music together. And it was almost like, you know, the Saturday night show on TV or whatever, the big event is like we would always. I remember my dad would bring home all these really great bands.
So did you guys? Sorry to interrupt you, but did you guys have a thing called Top of the Pops over there?
Ours was American Bandstand and Solid
Casey
Gold here in the
Kasem,
States.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, because we had Top of the Pops, and that was a
Casey
Thursday
Kasem.
night, and it was like the chart rundown, and that
Casey
was the
Kasem.
big thing, was Thursday night Top of the Pops.
Mhm.
I wasn't sure if you had it there as well. Sorry, Joe.
We had
carry on.
something. No, we had something similar. It was
Mhm.
just branded a little differently.
Yeah.
Got you.
Right. Ours were Saturday. It was syndication, so it was usually on Saturday afternoons, maybe Saturday evenings. And yeah, it was Solid Gold, and it was hosted by Rex Smith or Dionne Warwick or Marilyn McCoo or somebody.
And we can't forget Professor Soul
Train. I'm watching that. The Amazon version of it there was on BET, where I'm still about halfway through that right now. And
So good,
yeah, Soul
dude.
Train was awesome Saturday afternoons.
I would
The
watch it,
hippest
dude. I
trip
loved
in
it.
America.
My mom and dad was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Man, I'm grooving in here. Don't mess with me."
Yeah.
Little like 5-6-year-old Joe in there just jamming down to
Rocking
you
it.
Soul
know.
Train line.
Yeah, man. Marvin Gaye and the best,
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff, bro.
Yep, I've been collecting records for almost 50 years now. I'm coming up on 50 years of doing it, so been forever. Yeah, next year is 50 years.
It's a long time.
grief.
It's half a century.
Yeah, I'm an old guy.
That make you
cut me
feel
and check
old?
the rings. Oh, what was that one?
I was saying, does that make you feel old?
Nah, just well established.
Yeah, that's what it is. You're well established. I like that.
Established, yes.
I'm going to be 40 this year, and that's what I'm going to say. I'm not getting old. I'm just well established.
Just well
Consider it
There
so.
you go. I love that.
It's all how the way you wrap it, you see. It's
all about
presentation.
packaging.
All right.
Absolutely. Well, I
You get
hadn't
them all
realized
put
I wasn't
away?
following you, Joe, but I've done that now just because of your knowledge of
Yes,
the
I'm gonna
Keep
follow him as well.
and Tangerine
Aw.
Dream.
Hopefully that's not the only reason you follow me.
No,
You
but
know,
that's
we
the thing.
chat
That's
before.
the thing that made me check if I was following you. I'm like, oh shit, I'm not following him.
Oh,
So,
thank
there you
you.
Now we
That's
just need Joe to
incredibly-
turn his notifications on so he can come hang out with us.
Yeah,
Well, I would love you two to. I would love to see you broadcasting, and I know I'm going to keep poking you badges.
It'll be
I know.
Monday night. It'll be Monday night, 9:00 Eastern time. So I'm not sure what that is.
Our podcast, yeah.
Probably about 3:00 in the morning. My time. Mind you,
Yeah, about
it's 8
probably
o'clock
about
now,
2.
so that's not doable. That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. But we will be live on Monday. We'll be talking about the final episode of WandaVision.
Yep.
So if you're all caught up on that and you want to dive down the geek rabbit hole with us,
Jesus, I keep hitting this button. There
Is
we
it
go.
you that's
There
touching
we
the
go.
buttons? You're
I
going to
didn't
get.
Yes, I'm
this
touching
time.
the buttons.
You're going to get.
Jeeves is asking how the TV is, Joe.
oh my God, dude, the TV's just freaking amazing. It's a beauty. It's a Sony Bravia 55 4K OLED, 120 hertz, smart hub, and it runs Call of Duty at an astonishing 120 frames a second.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I just played some Warzone tonight with my clan, my friends I go to church with. So, yeah, it's funny. A bunch of us that go to men's ministry, we all play Call of Duty together. So there's that.
Yeah, my version of Call of Duty is like, honey, I gotta go take a shit. Oh, wrong type of duty.
He made a
dear.
duty.
The old ones are the best. Eh?
Professor reminds me so much of a friend of mine here in Orlando. His name is Ellis Tyler, and he is on one of our local Christian stations called Z88.3. But you guys sound so much alike. It is crazy. Like when I heard you earlier, I was like, holy cow, it's Ellis's twin. This is awesome. That's a good thing too. He's a really good guy. He's a really
awesome.
good guy.
Thank you.
Well, so is the professor. The professor's a really good guy as well. So.
I can tell already.
Just throwing that out there.
I can discern. He's a great man.
Thank you. I just hope to live up to your expectations, you know.
I was going to say, I'm going to call it just because it is 7:59, which means it's
Yes.
almost
Holy
8
cow.
a.m.
Fair enough.
Girl.
And it is
And
2 a.m. here, 3
Whilst
where
I would
Joe is.
love to
One
sit
where
here
I'm
and
at.
talk for longer. Yeah,
I'll be
I
on
feel
more, I
like
promise. We all can chat
I'd
soon.
like to try
Yeah.
and get at least maybe a couple of hours sleep before I get the call. You know.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'll catch you all around and about, and I feel bad wrapping it up because we're kind of mid-flow, but
Don't feel bad. It's freaking 7 o'clock in the morning. You
Yeah.
gotta go to bed,
Exactly.
girl.
6:20 hours,
Now it's
6:18,
time
6 hours.
Joe, I'm so
18.
glad you got to get a
goodnight.
taste of the community and a feel for the people outside of our little circle and all the cool people I've been hanging out with lately.
No, I get it, and I know. I mean, I'm just glad that you guys invited me in. I mean,
I think that's the thing as well. I think all the blab people have kind of sort of stuck together. It's kind of strange. It is almost impenetrable. Like, I don't know really what I'm doing in that room because I'm the only non-blab person there. Like, it's very much like this is our space. Whereas, most
I
of the
dragged you in. That's what
most
happened.
most of the people on the app are cool. Do you know what I mean? They're like there aren't very many
Yeah.
arseholes here. You know, there are
Not
a
a ton.
couple, but there aren't very many. So
Yeah.
we're generally all right.
Yes, ma'am.
go sleep, Helen.
Please.
I am.
Goodness sake.
Go rest.
Oh, okay,
Go
right,
rest.
right, boss people. I'll
Go
do
rest your
something.
weary bones, girl.
Thank you as always for popping in, and I'll catch you around.
Have a blessed night, my dear.
Good
Hang
night,
on,
party people.
I've forgotten what I'm doing. Hang on, I know what I'm doing. Night, folks.
So does the room end when she leaves, or
When she leaves, yes.
That's it, gone. You'll have to start up somewhere else.
okay,
Well,
dokie?
when she leaves, you have 2 minutes to vacate.
Going up, up a puff of smoke, a puff of smoke.
That's really nice.
Okay, I don't know why that's a weird shape.
You want to play that again?
Helen Wallace.
Yeah, that kind of messed up. Let's do it again.
Helen, you should check out some of my 80s artwork that I do on my Instagram feed.
Badges, connect me with that, and I'll do that. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.